relationship with like Will Smith and Uncle Phil, bro. It's just like, how come he don't love me, man? Like he makes it a
No.
pain for me to play this game with the people I love, bro. Like I can't connect with Cheap, I can't connect with Zircon. Like what did I do to Mori to deserve this, bro?
You made that shirt. I will not be showing up.
That's fair. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do low key have almost his whole ass face on a shirt.
yeah. You sure do.
By all means.
I'm glad we're gaming though. My sentiments still stand. I want to see what this Hilda Hazama has to cook, but of course Blake's for life. Coming to cook with this Adachi Ruby, known strong team. Here it is.
Oh yay.
All right, getting right down to business. Ooh, all right, gets the chain to start things off with the whiff punish and takes Blake to the corner. Ooh, but gets the reset too.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, Zircon starting out the offense first and foremost here, which is going to be proving pretty pivotal. I feel like neutral as Zircon, you want to play with Hazama actually as little as possible, right? You got the Bug Zapper Adachi right there, and Hilda's assist, although great, you have a bullet assist in the form of Ruby. She's going to get sniped on anything like that assist close, so.
Indeed, and it looks like, yeah, no, Blake's trying to get, like, some kind of footing, but no dice as well. Yeah, these little pokes here and there are not leading to anything, and unfortunately, just getting their health whittled away bit by bit.
Ooh, very smart airstall super there. That's not only going to avoid the Zeal, but also punish Adachi in the process. Nice hit on Ruby. Can't find a full kill, but these JBs coming in so clutch for Zircon as Ruby goes down.
All up to solo Adachi. I mean, I was going to say it's very doable, but, like, you know, with resonance there, very doable is probably a bit of a, you know, inaccuracy, but still gets sniped out of the air. And first game to Zircon. Pretty convincingly, too, honestly. It didn't look like Blake had too much experience fighting against a character like Hazama.
Yeah, it was looking good. It was looking good. It would be interesting to see how like Blake adapts to this, because again, like especially with Hazama being point, as Blake, you want to manipulate that as much as you can. So like, yeah, I really love this playstyle of immediately hanging back, calling B Zeo, putting Ruby on the ground. You already see this already having a massive boost on the neutral game. What does Hazama do?
He does his best. I mean, you know, he's, again, just getting, like, these hits with the chain. Unfortunately, yeah, not leading to much. But with the counter hit and the reset, too. Oh, tried to bait a burst. I think you want to just run with the momentum as much as you can, rather than try to go for that.
Now the momentum is definitely in Zircon's favor. Letting it all rock with these loops. 4P activation. Block on the low, but gets caught shortly thereafter.
It looks like Zircon's getting, like, a lot of these hits, but the conversions are the only thing that I'm noticing are lacking a little bit. But, I mean, kind of same can be said for Blake with that drop. Could have led to a good pivotal knockdown situation, but good defense overall from Zircon in that.
Yeah, with Zircon, and I mean, this is not as a dig, you can definitely tell who's the comfort character, right? It's the Hazama. Like, the movement on the Hazama and the confirms are all looking there. The Hilda looks a little bit fresher. I don't know if it's, like, new or not something they play as often. They have a strong understanding conceptually, it's just not all coming to fruition and execution.
Dude, but Hazama is looking a bit worse for wear now. And yeah, you got to be careful with not only, like, how long you keep this character in, but also how you call the assist as well, because down goes Hazama. And
yeah.
Hilda not looking too good either.
Indeed. I'm loving Blake's adaptations, honestly. They're kind of playing this matchup phenomenally, right? When Adachi is in, looking for those space, looking to create space to look for Zeos. Then with Ruby, really against both these characters, just pestering with those air buttons, bro. Like, Hazama is trying to chain around, you got Ruby, J, and JB in your face. He'll just try to up back, you got Ruby, J, and JB in your face. It's effective both ways. So good on Blake for catching on to that.
Yeah, tying it up 1-1 because of that. And yeah, I want to see more stability from both of them, honestly, because I'm seeing, like, these hits, I'm seeing, like, some of these pokes, like you know, getting them some mileage, but at the end of the day, like, you know, ideally you want to get that knockdown. You want to put them in that situation if you're on both sides, honestly, with what these teams can do.
Sure, and it's different challenges both ways, right? I imagine, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's a lot easier to confirm a Ruby hit than it is a Hazama hit, out of like a straight neutral. But yeah, there's areas of opportunities for both ways, I feel. I'm gonna 100% agree.
And Zircon tried to go for a grab reset opportunity there, but kind of misjudged the hit stun, but still getting the hit on the burst, and Ruby is in a situation. Oh, jeez, these overheads.
And recognizes who has been a big problem child within this matchup. It is that Ruby, so as much damage you can get done, let alone kill, it's going to be a big difference maker. Gets the burst, Adachi stuck in more of the same as this corner pressure continues.
Oh no, could have killed off of that. These grabs, I swear. Oh.
Ooh, almost.
Yeah, Adachi stalling himself in the air, so yeah, not able to get hit by that super, fortunately. But, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, you might want to get him out of there.
God, the last part of the hitbox of Hilda 5P allowing for that stray confirmed to converge for Zircon. No full kill, but the Ruby is on life support and she's out of here.
All right, up to solo Adachi once again, but unfortunately not able to get any momentum started. And I think that's a 2-1 for Zircon if I have my numbers right here.
Yeah, I high-key kind of see the vision for this team. Like, Zircon flying around in these 5P calls are always perfectly timed to allow for a confirm at best, or some pressure on block, which is, it's pretty dope. In my head, I was imagining 4P, and I'm like, you know, it's kind of slow startup. I don't really know how it's going to work out with Hazama, but the 5P, more often than not, seems to be very valuable at the times where Zircon is calling it.
Oh, boy. Oh, good defense on the situation. Oh, the... going right over Hazama. That could have been really good, actually, for them, but still able to get the burst out, so...
2CC up close? That is a boss-ass maneuver as Hilda. If you're doing 2CC in somebody's face, I could never, but Zircon is built different.
Yeah, has all the time in the world to block that overhead because of CC. Ooh, but still gets caught pressing, but catches Zircon on the recovery.
Heat Riser, so no knockdown. Oh, ends up a late tech. It might have been an early combo, so it actually was knockdown, but oh my gosh. Baker, stop.
Ooh, no, yeah, that's not going to hit the Hilda. And yeah, had the burst in to save. No way, I was going to say. Ballsy move there, but nobody was home.
Can't confirm into a kill here yet, but the hits are still making contact. Just, oh no, the whiff JB! You hate to see it. Every Hilda's been there. Hey, yo.
Gets the, oh yeah, gets the routing this time. And gets the hit/command grab as well for the knockdown. Tried to go for it again, but no dice. But good call out on the with the AZO.
I will say decent call out because Adachi can actually react to super punish that in the air or on the ground, so that could have actually been a dead Hilda potentially.
Ooh. I did. You know, get her with the chains in the air. Ooh, gets the kill on the Hilda. 1v1 situation now. And it could go either way, honestly, with how these characters, like, kind of play around each other. Oh, no. And it looks like going to a game 5.
Huge. Yeah, Blake for life, fighting for her life, and able to tie it up 2-2. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of back and forth nature happening between these players, and you've already mentioned it. It's a big matter of the lack of confirms. However, you know, Blake for Life had that phenomenal Adachi confirm. Doing like the good, that wasn't the I play Adachi on the side routing. That was the I main Adachi routing, right? That was cool to see her get that full route. But yeah, I think this game 5 is going to come down to stability, right? Who's going to be able to run their neutral game plan for longer, and most of all, who's going to be able to confirm those hits into more threatening scenarios. Because not for nothing, Zircon's corner press has been looking insane with this Hazama. It's been a lot for Blake to handle.
Yeah, no, it definitely has, and I like, well, that, but also like just like whenever Zircon puts Blake in the corner with Hazama, it's just like almost nothing works on defense for Blake. So yeah, you got to do your best to not be put in that situation against this character, and they're doing a good job of it.
Ooh, okay, punish on the Hilda burst. There's some bar available as well. Are we just gonna go to the corner set up PZO? No, the drop, but Ruby 4P saves the day.
Stabilizes the combo. It's looking really, oh yeah, really good for Blake in this round right now. Hilda almost taken out. Good DP though, getting out of the situation.
Oh, just not close enough for that Hazama confirm to fully work out. But at least you're out of the corner. What? Okay, finds that call that they were looking for in the previous game. This time, Adachi close up to the ground for it to work out.
All right, yeah, and Adachi kind of bleeding. Got to be careful about calling him out from this point onwards. But, I mean, I think with that sort of call, the active swap, yeah, DHC Hazama is going to be going down. All to solo Hilda. Res level 1 too, so it doesn't have the ability to like really make use of like the chip situation we've seen from her.
Yeah, all things considered, if it was like a res level 4 type of situation, this could be all but doable. But okay, back throw. A kill on Adachi here would be amazing. Does Zircon have the routing? Boom, boom, boom. Super, yeah. Okay.
Looks like it. Yep. I mean, even with this kill though, it's you gotta still fight a full health Ruby, so it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough going.
Yeah, you almost have to like, ooh, fall in pain is one way to do it. I was gonna say, you kind of want to win the neutral doing as little push blocking as possible. It's level 1 resonance isn't gonna get you anything. And with Hilda, it's so important to have those resources to try to kill, so.
Oh yeah. And, yeah, you had to really do your best to navigate that, but Ruby with her air buttons will do it. And Blake gonna be taking it 3-2 over Zircon to start things off for tonight.
Yeah, Ruby, kind of the MVP and the big difference maker in that matchup. Like, I don't feel like Hazama or Hilda players really like fighting against Ruby. And the big component is her air buttons, right? 4P and 6P also play a decent role in terms of anti-air potential and then assist call denial. But, you know, both characters get a lot of mileage from up backing or flying around, and Ruby's just such a direct counter to that. I think that Zircon played it magnificently when she was able to shine. It was looking solid, but Blake was really able to adapt and stay consistent in that set to get it 3-2.
Yeah, no, the adaptations were definitely, you could definitely see that start to form, especially like whenever they were starting to really call out like a lot of the air options that Zircon was trying with both characters actually, with Ruby. So yeah, I realized, hey, I'm Ruby Rose. I have these buttons that take up half the screen in the sky. Why am I not using that? You know?
The red rat, as they say, just causing problems for everybody. But good stuff to both. That was a great appetizer round one of the set that we had there. I was very satisfied with both sides, and I'm looking to see what Zircon's able to do in the losers. And Blake is going up next against Sonic-kun, of course, a player in the bracket that either you definitely don't want to fight because of their consistency, or you definitely do want to fight because of their consistency. You want to make a statement and knock them off the pedestal. But it's safe to say that Blake has the work cut out for them, but looking good thus far.
I mean, Sonic-kun has been a terror in these brackets as of late, especially. So I don't envy anyone who has to go up against him, but who knows? You know, might be anyone has the potential to bring down. I mean, I can't really phrase it any other way. The king of WNF so far. I mean, they had a 7-win streak before, and now they're on a 5-win streak again. So, you know, that's the one that has the target on their head that you've got to, like, you know, do your best to nail.
Absolutely. But yeah, it looks like we're headed into round 2 matches now. It will be a fun one. 2 players that I've had some recent interactions with. One being Moontide and one being Sprite Cranberry 145829103. I met Sprite Cranberry at EVO, actually. Real chill dude. If you're hearing this, I'm really sorry we didn't get to play any casuals, but it was really nice to put a face to a name. They're a gamer in all the Blaze Blues. Central Fiction, BBTAG, doesn't matter. Moontide, on the other hand, one of my personal favorite players to watch, especially when on their this Kanjanoto, but we had never played against each other before until a couple of days ago in the Intertwining Fate server. And you know, I ran Mitsuru Batista, as I do, and you know, I played the team as it's meant to be played. That's all I'm gonna say. I played the team as it's meant to be played, and I got a funny quote from Moontide where they asked me, why do you play Mitsuru like I killed your father? And it just made me laugh. You know? But yeah, I don't know if I prep him for any future Mitsurus. If I know Sprite, they're not gonna be rocking any Mitsuru. But Moontide has the heart of a champion because they kept playing even after that comment. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this match develops.
Look, after meeting Moontide at Arc World Tour, and getting to talk with them and getting the chance to really get to know them in person, that definitely sounds like something that he would say.
I can't even remember. I think it was one of those solo Mitsuru things. Y'all remember the vibes? You know how it is, bro. Like if it's like a solo Mitsuru situation, I'ma just do stuff, bro. So I think I may have done 3 siege walls underneath them, and then the last one was on block, and then I DP'd to win the set. Just Mitsuru type shit. And, that's what they had to say back. And I'm just like, I get it. That's a fair question.
Well, what we're seeing is, Moontide with the standard with Kanji at Shirogane, and Sprite rocking Azrael, which we've definitely known them for, and Hakumen. I'm interested by that decision, actually. I was expecting the Ragna to complement the Azrael, but here we are with that team.
Indeed, here we go. All right, I mean, a pretty pivotal round start here for Moontide as we already have the happy birthday. Are we going to go for double mark, or are we going for damage provides
Oh, double mark right off the bat. No, smart play. Make them kind of scared. Oh, wait. Did Hakumen fall out of that, actually? I think he did.
Yeah, it looks a little weird.
But, gets out of the situation, and just like that. No, he fell out again, but still gets hit on the reset. And, yeah, you might want to get the Shirogane out as soon as you can.
Yeah, able to do so without much risk in this regard. Kanji just holding down the neutral for now. Sprite giving a lot of space. Does find that jump in with the Azure clothesline from hell to boot.
Oh my god, what is happening? Ooh, tried to go for this leg sweep from a distance, and unfortunately just a little bit too far. And yeah, going immediately into super, that should be a dead Kanji. Unfortunately, have to spend a DHC, but still, killing the character is killing the character, so...
Solo Shirogane, no slouch. Oh boy, I was gonna say it's a shame that Hakumen wasn't marked, but she's still perfectly capable of doing this. But off that opener, I thought she'd be dead. There is still a chance. This is not the character you want to leave alive.
All right, and, ooh, yeah. Ooh, no, well, we're gonna... No, wait.
Bruh.
He was already marked. You could have killed.
Bruh, they did not mark. All right, I'm about to crash out.
That's what you needed to do. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh.
The fumbler?
What was that?
Wait a minute. Okay, up back, kills the Hakumen. All right, now, if you land any hit, it should go to a critical circle back, not a critical circle forward. Always backwards, never forwards. Ah.
That unfortunately not how Moontide wanted it, with Sprite taking that first game. Bro, you gotta keep track of who you marked, man. Come on.
That is the funniest thing, cause it's just like, you have the mark, and I know for me, I'm like tunnel vision, bro. Maybe Moontide is representing the other end of the spectrum for Naruto, that there's more to life than just getting instant kills. Cause me, dog, that's all I'm looking for. I was just like, bro, I need that Hamon. But that could make me a little one-track minded, you know. Moontide definitely a much more proficient Shirogane player than I, but just got lost in the sauce a little bit there. Very unfortunate to see.
God. Well, hopefully that doesn't phase them too much in going into this next game. And yeah, it's looking, it's definitely looking worse to start off for them. Sprite getting these mid-screen, kind of getting the loop. What was that DP?
Dog, I don't know. Okay. No. Okay. Does find something for it. Very awkward on block situation there.
Yeah, had the burst in, saved the Kanji, and ooh, like any hit I'm seeing on the for the Shirogane, especially if it's the happy birthday, I'm like, please just mark, please just get that as soon as you can.
down. Yeah, you gotta believe it's gonna be some type of side swap scenario. That's all Azrael players want, and it's disgusting. As Shirogane goes down, this is a much harder 1v2 to kind of navigate here for Moontide on the kanji. So let's see what they're able to do. Okay, I like the side swap with the resonance activation. That at least gives us some better positioning. You're still looking at so many hits that you have to land. Any that you can land in resonance would be pivotal just to like have no burst to worry about. But Azrael fight makes contact.
And unfortunately, yeah, going to be getting the conversion there. Maintain the loops and go into super. Yeah, it should be enough.
All right, Sprite going up 2 and looking solid with it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this Azrael Hakumen team either. It definitely doesn't look like as sharp as like their Ragna Azrael, but the concepts are there. And hey, yo, the player card, oh, yo, FICO? What you know about clips, bro? That's crazy. Yo, new Clips album does go hard. Like I was talking about, I'm pretty sure that's what bro's referencing. There's no other reason to put FICO. But yeah, see if Sprite's gonna be able to close it out, or if Moontide can dig deep. Here we go.
Oh boy, ooh, okay, I was worried with that assist call, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a happy birthday. Oh, okay. Barely able to land the DP counter. I'm pretty sure that one was a misinput, but wasn't punished for it. Still, yeah, gotta get her out of there as much and keep that Shirogane in play as much as you can, because, you know, instant kill potential is definitely something you want to keep the threat of.
Oh, calling Hakumen early, ends up hitting them out the with the Hakumen 60 on the side. Teleports behind you, nothing personal?
Took the words right out of my mouth, read my mind with that, but unfortunately, yeah, didn't get a punish for it. And yeah, going to be going instantly into the mark. Very good from Moontide.
I think I kind of get the sense of Moontide's hesitance here, right? There's so many different anti-projectile measures that Sprite's team has. Hakumen existing, you know, Black Hawk Stinger, Growler Raj is on point and as assist, so they aren't being as liberal with the gunshots and mostly relying on traps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's actually part of the reason why, now that you mention it, that Sprite chose to play this team. Actually. Just like, you know, because Ragna doesn't really have the best in terms of like anti-zoning capabilities, but Hakumen definitely has a bit more at the very least. But currently that Hakumen is getting pieced up and kind of looking rough actually. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you see so many fake outs. Does end up making contact, able to active switch in order to dodge the burst, but can't get a punish. Kanji too slow.
Unfortunately, the counter hit on the Gustav was no. You got it, please. Thank you. Okay.
I was still concerned. I was like, bro, you gave it this too fancy. I would have had my own like 3 hits ago, but salute. It worked out. Moontide on the board. But yeah, I think they're getting a better idea of the neutral, right? Having a bit better defensive counterplay. I think the kanji assists are putting in a lot of work, where Moontide is just considered of like, okay, I'm going to play it slow, I'm going to set traps, have your attention span diverted by that, and making do with what I can, but with these like kanji assists, will I, won't I, do the guns. So, it's coming together.
Indeed, and unfortunately, yeah, not looking too good with the start once again. That's the other thing too about this team from Sprite. I mean, both of these characters are slow movement, but they hit you, you're gonna feel it.
God, the pressure just keeps continuing, man. It's so messed up that this dude just like teleports behind you, calls an assist, and then does a mix-up. No, I didn't used to play 9. What are you talking about? What a smart escape!
Oh. I was kind of worried actually, because I was like, is that going to like get them out of the situation without jumping over it? Because that is unblockable if it procs. So, you know, very smart decision there to just like keep their distance in a sense, or I guess keep their position in a sense. But anyways. Ooh, gets the grab and not looking too good for the Shirogane now. Yeah, smart decision.
Right, playing super burst of first. You didn't have to do all that. Like, honestly, you really didn't have to do all that. Hello?
Hello?
I'm
What are
telling
you doing, bro?
The past, like, I want to say 16 actions Sprite did on their pad, I saw them IRL. I can confirm that they play on pad. Were just unnecessary. Like, they didn't have to do the past 16 actions that they executed on that DualShock. Insane.
It was to make a statement, though.
You know what's funny? You know, like the numbers in their name, that's the numbers that they inputted on the D-pad. They literally did 145829103, bro. That's crazy. Like, wild. But yeah, with that, Sprite Cranberry will be moving on. Moontide, dropping the loser. Sprite Cranberry will fight the winner between Guzman and Triple R, Reaper's Ruling Rat. Does look like that we have our next match coming up, which I think is gonna be a banger. I listen. I'm a BBTAG tourist. I'm sorry, and by that I mean I be locked in on content and I watch tournaments when I can. But Mohican Sky, don't they not play as often nowadays? I feel like I haven't seen it in a bracket in a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Whenever I was checking like to see like results, to figure out seeding and such, it was it was I had to dig through a lot of other games before getting to some BBTAG results. So yeah, no, it's been a bit since I've seen them enter WNF, and I don't know, like it's been a bit since I've seen them even enter like any other online event. So interested to see how they do now, because hopefully there's not too much rust developing. I mean, they've definitely been a terror in the past in any bracket that they entered, especially with their main squeeze of Susan Neo. So I mean, I'm excited to see this matchup in particular, because this is definitely something I've seen quite often before from Big 8 for a while.
Indeed. It feels awkward to call this old guard versus new guard because it's not quite that. But I mean, that is the 2024 EVO champion going against like probably the winningest BBTAG player of the year that we have coming up here. And this isn't even top 8. This is like a top 8 qualifier. The bracket is stacked tonight. But you know what else is stacked? That match Reno. Fat stacks of cash being dropped by Sequence of Numbers. Drops the comment of, can't believe Master Chief is threatening me to do this on my own volition with a $10 donation. We see you. And Small Doll Twink with the $35 donation. Long live the BBTAG. Match Reno's up to $55. We appreciate y'all.
Indeed. And with that, yeah, we should be getting into our next match. Sonokun versus Sky. This is going to be. I'm excited to see how this plays out, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if there's anything that I've noticed from players that were, I mean, hell, if I were to just call out this year's Devo, right? Razo coming out on top. Once you got it, like those core BBTAG fundamentals, and you have like a strong understanding of the game and a strong playstyle that you play time and time again, thousands of matches, you really just come back and do it to them at any given time. So there's no doubt in my mind the true carry can pick up right where they left off. It's gonna be rough. You're going against literally like the guy, the guy to beat right now. So
yeah. So yeah, Sonokun, if you're listening to this, we don't mean to kind of like put a target on your back, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's kind of how it is. You keep winning, that's going to happen. Unfortunately, this also is something. I mean, no, not pin and blame on you this time. Oh boy, something I don't miss seeing.
Hopefully we can get this sorted here. Hope y'all are having a lovely Wednesday night where we fight. It's 6:45 p.m. on the Canon time zone, wherever you're at. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. How y'all feeling out there?
And feeling good. It's nice. It's comfy in my room at least, and I don't know, it feels like a good day. It feels like a very good day.
Indeed.
right, gonna have them both try to connect to each other in the main lobby, see if something works out between them there, and have them come back. So, we want to make sure these connection issues are resolved as swiftly as we can tonight.
Fair enough.
Yeah, one thing definitely I'm thinking about is, Heart, character is a menace with like the type of movement that she has, but Neo is also kind of similar to Ruby in the fact that she controls pretty decent airspace with her buttons, like pretty quickly too. So it can definitely be a bit of a wall potentially that Heart would have to navigate past.
I see that. I think what works in Sonic Kun's favor, though, is the eccentricities of his team with that S pick. Because I have seen it and also experienced it. Of just like you may have a character that can make Heart second guess or force her to use her back homing or just straight up have to deal with some type of thing that you're imposing, right? I have Mitsu and I have Hilda. Mitsu's air buttons are incredible. I have like Hilda 4P, but that S4P actually does so much work for those types of approaches. Where if you're like too linear with your air to airs or too linear with your counter game plan of Heart, that S4P smokes you, and then Sonic is going to be able to find that conversion, knock you down, and then you're guessing. So, yeah, I'm sure True Care has like an idea for it. And also, what works in True Care's favor is that they have Susanoo, right? So if you are opting for those approaches to try to air the Heart and you're worried about S4P, you can always counter call with that Susanoo 6P at the end of the day. So yeah, I'll be interested to see the back and forth as well.
Unfortunately, it doesn't even look like they're able to connect to each other in the lobby.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
So they're gonna try to reset, see if that works, but if it doesn't, well, the only matchup we're gonna have to see is how well they win the wheel matchup.
BBTAG bros, it's bleak.
Unfortunate, but sometimes even if the numbers are good on both set players' ends, sometimes connectivity issues happen. So. It's just the nature of things.
They're so will for that. I hate that comment. I'm sorry. They're so will for that.
Considering who it is that said that, I'm not surprised.
Oh man. Good old BBTAG.
But yeah, it is a shame that we're not going to, hopefully they're able to connect to each other, but if not, it's a shame that we wouldn't be able to see how that matchup plays out, because I really wanted to see, like, as you kind of said, like in a manner of speaking, like old guard versus new in that regard. Like I wanted to see that sort of clash happen, but it seems like we might not have that. I'm waiting to hear back. In the meantime, though, we do have some updates on brackets. So we have Tomoe versus E2 Teku will be next up on stream for winners quarters. Riazo and Serene Smile is also playing out as well. All of these are winners quarters matches, by the way. So Guzman and Sprite also playing out off stream. And then let's see. In losers side of things, we're up to losers round 2. So Bleem's taking it 3-1 over Riley. Fishlicker and Nepgear facing off against each other, and Eternum and Blake for Life also in the middle of their match, as well as Moontide and Zircon still in losers round 1, progressing along there, waiting. Winner of that having to play against Reaper's Rolling Rat. So bracket updates for you all there.
Yo, losers kind of hurts to watch. There's a lot of TM and team kills happening down there. Like Moontide Zircon, Fishlicker Netgear, Bweens Riley. Like that's pain.
All right, and it looks like news from the front. Unfortunately, it goes to the Wheel of Fortune. Please, no, legally distinct. There. Yeah, Sky and Sonokun still can't connect to each other, so it's what it is.
Did you know Ryan Seacrest hosts Wheel of Fortune now?
Does?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like my mom be watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune like hella, and it was on the other day, and I was like, what the hell? What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Like Ryan Seacrest hosts Wheel of Fortune now. What the hell happened to Pat Sajak, bro? Back in my day, that was the GOAT.
Back in your day, dude, that was like back in everyone's day for so
True.
long. I honestly, I didn't think that would change until God willing, the worst comes to happen. But it's just like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't Ryan Seacrest a host of Kiss FM before?
Yeah, and
he
American
was.
Idol.
Yeah.
Yo, that dude keeps a job, bro. Like,
Okay, I was just making sure because I remember hearing Ryan Seacrest. I'm like, and I just remember the car rides to school just hearing 102.7 Kiss FM.
Oh my god, bro. That's funny.
But looks like the wheel.
Yep, looks like the wheel.
Are the players ready?
I mean, I would assume so. Both of them have signed off on it, so I imagine they're both in the chat waiting to see the results. Let's see it in action. Who will win the matchup between Sky and Sonokun with the wheel?
And for posterity, for the record, it is the same 3 out of 5. So be rolling this maximum.
There it is.
Indeed.
Ball.
Spinning the wheel. See who's gonna be able to get the right deal. They call me Guzman at BBTAG and chill.
Ooh, and it looks like Sonokun takes the first game of the wheel. Sky, it was close. It was like, it was on the cusp. It was right on the edge there. So it's it could be anyone's game still. Sky making the adjustments, taking the second game, tying it up 1-1, and again, pretty close. Pretty. It could be anybody's game here. I don't know. What do you think, Atkins here?
I think Sonickun's gonna pull ahead, bro. Oh man, it's close. It's close. Wait. Right on the edge. Can't clutch. Wait, what am I? Wait, this is literally casino. Mohegan Sky's a Tekken 8 player now. Bro plays Asuka. Who am I kidding? Mohegan Sky's taking this. I'm sorry, I forgot. He's actually taking this. He's about to hit him with the AI. It's over, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
Okay. Dog, I forgot. Yes, Tekken 8 Asuka on his side is actually over. Yeah, GG's, buddy. Oh! Never mind.
Oh, wait, unless 2-2, anyone's game now, 1-1 situation.
Yeah, they did nerf that rage art. Hold up.
All right, let's see it in action. Final round here.
So maybe Sonic couldn't hit Hachi play that Warrior's Instinct. Wait a minute. Oh!
Wait a minute. Oh my god, dude. How does it keep doing it?
I don't know.
How does it keep doing it? I know this is not the first time that Sonokun has won the wheel. I know that's not the case. So, like, how are you blessed?
Bro, this was a bad matchup. Like, I would not challenge a Tekken 8 player to RPS, bro. Like, it worked out. Like,
that's crazy. But with that, Sonokun moves on. Winner semis. It was close. Almost brought down the king there, but unfortunately, no dice. And yeah, they will be moving on, playing against the winner of our next match on stream, Tomoe versus Itu Deku. So we'll see how that pans out.
okay, well, yeah, Tomoe and Itu Deku up the bat. Yeah, that's what was going to be my question. What is Tomoe going to be rocking? Celica Hilda or Orie Hilda, either way. Itu Deku, no stranger to these fights, all right? The Itu Deku way, Yang Ruby, make it happen, and I've seen them overcome all types of obstacles, whether it be a Rachel, whether it be a Hilda. They're gonna do it the Itu Deku way, and I appreciate that.
All right, people keep asking me if they're in the right room. I think your old room is still showing up.
Oh, bruh. Wait, no. Oh, it's just still showing up just because of PC tags. It's definitely not still up. That's wild. I'll turn off PC tag, I guess. I don't know, bro. Because like my room is definitely not up. Like crazy. How come he don't love me, man? He won't even let me have the game open. He's just like, no, shut the game down. All right, turn it off. No fun for you. You watch the Discord stream. That's all you get. I'm like, damn, bro. I just want to support.
Insane work, bro. That's crazy. All right, but yeah, players are in, players are locked in and ready to go. Tomoe versus Deku, and yeah, I didn't imagine Deku would be picking team villain, as I like to colloquially name it.
Yeah, it was an arc. I'm not gonna lie, that arc, just like how things happen in life that make you question reality. That was one thing that made me question everything. Like not only an E2 Deku team swap, but to that, I don't know, man.
But here we are, and Tomoe getting first blood, yeah. And oh my god, Yang's already in the red, and Ruby is looking very soon to follow, actually.
Unfortunate drop. Those 4P loops can be kind of weird accounting for that Hilda 4P startup, so E2 Deku will live to see the light of day. Corner positioning with Ruby, safe jump, you better believe it. No fuzzy, the push block.
Oh my god, that's still actually connected. Oh my gosh.
Alright, save the meter for now. Big hit, can't keep it burst safe. Forced to bring in the Hilda. Nice hit.
Oh, nah. What she says. I've had audio muted for so long, but ooh, good counter super there, and going to be putting Yang in semblance though. Oh my god! I can't believe that 5B just powered through all of those hits with that assist.
Yeah. How does she do it? Oh, it did
So
mean
talented.
look. Still went for the wake up super. Don't die. Solo Yang, level 3.
Ooh. Oh no, yeah. Tried to go for the DP, but Tomo just barely out of reach, getting the punish, and up 1-0 with that first game.
I have a philosophical question for chat. All right. Who wins between Hilda and Yang? I saw some discourse at IF the other day, and I got confirmation from looking at a Hilda matchup chart, and I'm just like, there's no way. Like, Hilda has to be favored here, right? Like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, in what universe is she not? I don't know, man.
I couldn't tell you, bro.
I don't know, man. Anyways, it's looking like Tomoe is favored here. They have full control. Not without some uncharacteristic and worrying drops, though, right? The drop on the 4P confirmed when they could have ran away with the lead was a bit worrying. Of course, we saw the 5B almost wreaking havoc within the sandwich situation. Oh, all right, buddy.
What in the world am I looking at?
What is bro doing? Adachi? I can't even fix my lips to say it, bro. My lips are sealed.
And oh man, dude, this. What happened? What happened to Shame?
Honestly, it does kind of add up with recent E2 Deku character developments, though. You know, this bit of chaos and unexpectedness is what I would expect from a gold chip enjoyer. So,
you know what? Fair point. Fair point. Unfortunately, the Adachi is not looking too hot, especially with like the Yumi constantly getting sniped out like this.
Yeah, I mean, like mild take. I don't know if this is the best team against Hilda. Mild take. Like she has some sniping capabilities. I guess what I should say is like you're not gonna be able to play it just like as you would normally play this team. You have to be very conscientious about her full screen reach.
for sure. But the happy birthday, even though Hilda dropping out a little bit early there, really swinging the momentum in Deku's favor with that hit. And oh my god, she's dead. She's dead.
She's out. That's huge too. You just have to worry about Ori now. Level 3 Resonance, playing it mad lame. The falling JB, stabilized. No, the auto combo drop.
Oh, the backdash to avoid the DP. What is this, Street Fighter?
I ain't gonna lie, man. If Deku wins this set on this team, this might be a world-altering moment. I don't know if I'm ready for that timeline.
I don't know, man. We'll have to see what's in store because after that game, it's certainly possible. It's not out of the question.
Why you gotta do this? He's going like Ultra Instinct, bro. Or wait, no. Wait, no. Deku is what the hell they say in that show, bro? My Hero? It's not Ultra. I don't know. Never mind. I've been implying that somebody watched My Hero after season 1. Nobody's watched that shit, bro.
Isn't it like plus Ultra or something?
Thank you. I knew it was Ultra something, bro. I'm like.
I love by the way that you said Ultra Instinct.
I got confused, man. I got confused. My bad.
Okay.
Putting it back together. Ooh, really relentless with the full strings. You gotta be careful with that against Yumi. She does have ways to counterplay with her super, but somebody showed no fear. Things are getting dicey. Deku really making the comeback here with this solo Yumi. 5B on Oki, risky. Somebody finds a way out with the DP. The defense! That was a real mix-up too. They were ready. Uh-oh. Alright, so snipe. The Hilda's low. You can tell that Deku is smelling blood. A kill on Hilda is like the world here. Just can't quite find it. Yeah, getting a little bit hasty on the 5D strings. Solo Yumi. Coming in cold. Side swap. Oh my god. I mean, it's like a 4-way mix-up. It could be same side high, same side low, active switch. What do you do? Crumble. Unfortunate. Tomoe going up 2-1. Now we have to do a test of character here for Deku. And by that, I don't mean the select screen. I mean their soul. What are they going to do? Yo, morality check. Oh my! Never mind. The morals are in the they're in the dumpster. It's over, bro. Now this is a counter pick. This is good. I hate fighting 9 with Hilda, bro. Somewhere starting out strong here though. Gonna be able to find the cross combo confirmed. 5A. Into the corner we go. Boop, boop. Ooh, got a little bit impatient off of blocking the 5P. Probably capitalizing again. I'm loving these. Oh, that was an air unblockable reset with the Hilda 4P. Very cheeky. That's going to be way more damage than I think Deku intended to take. The scaling was not the best, given the starter, but I mean, it was still some extra credit. So here comes the real problem of this pick here. 9 the Phantom. Finds the side swap. The push block. Take it to the skies. That could be risky against a rapier character like Orie. Hello, DP assist. Stabilize with the 4P. Perfect timing from Tomoe. Oh, I wonder if they got crossed up, actually. I imagine they probably wanted laser super instead. That would make a lot more sense. Orie might have crossed up right at the last second. So, unfortunate input error for Deku. But it will be a 3-1 victory for Tomoe. We were able to get a real deep dive into the psyche of Deku, but unfortunately, going sicko mode did not work out. But they will be going to losers bracket as Tomoe advances to fight Sonic-kun in Winner's Side Top 8.
I apologize. I just noticed that you going for the call for a bit, so I will try to fill in for him until he gets back.
All good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, He was super silent for like the start of that set, so I figured he was just busy with TO stuff. And then I heard the Discord leave, so I'm like, oh, bro out. So he was saying he was having some spectrum issues today, so hopefully he gets that resolved. But yeah, we got some progressions. You know, Tomo A against Sonic-kun confirmed for winner's side top 8. Serene Smile got the 3-2 victory over Riazo. So it would be Serene Smile versus the winner of Guzman and Sprite Cranberry. And in losers, of course, we have faces like Eternum, Fish Liquor, Boynes, Mohegan Sky, Zircon, Reaper's Ruling Riot, all fighting it out to see who can prevail.
Yeah, the back is shaping up pretty nicely so far. I can't say some of these are just upsets because, especially with the match teams, it's definitely a mix between who and it's definitely a toss-up on who would win that match. They're both very, they're pretty up there in terms of skill. I'm sure they've gone back and forth so far. Welcome back.
Oh snap! Robo cheat. Oh snap! He pulled up a set. Hades, best move in the game. Oh man. You know, it's got to be a Spectrum moment.
I think this is a quick.
True.
Okay, looks like it's you and me for a bit.
There it is.
Gotta put a pause on that.
Oh man. See, if I was irresponsible, I would have been doing Uma this entire time. But I respect this platform too much to do that. I can't do that.
Understandable. We both appreciate it here. Okay. Last match. Almost.
Yep. Accurate.
Give us a quick moment, folks. Apologies for a little bit of delay. Certain ISP providers are not very kind. Master Chief is currently dealing with. But we should be back soon. Right now, it looks like winners figured out. Sonic-kun versus Tomoe. Unless there is a.
Ooh, yeah, no. Serene Smile versus Guzman. Guzman got the 3-1 victory over Sprite Cranberry. Interesting.
Interesting one. I know we like to rag on Guzman, but like overall, especially if he decides to not mess around and walk in with Ruby, he is a very solid player and honestly just is able to keep up with a lot of the consistent like top placers or like the top 8 placers. The average jumping now. As I said, as much as we meme on him, he is a genuine threat in a bracket.
No, for real. Yeah, he has years and experience to prove it. Especially in matchups where he's comfortable in. Really the only time where I'm doubtful for Guzman is if he's going up against like newer or more like fleshed out strategies than when he was more active. So like if he has to fight like Hilda, for example, right? Hilda play of like 2025 is a lot different than like the Hilda play of like 2020. I feel like it's one, we're not on delay based, and two, it's a lot more refined and people that have been playing it like for a while. So in those regards, I think there's a lot more room for growth. But if you're just playing like something that he understands and he's been playing Yang Ruby forever, you got to be careful. That boy good. I fell victim on Saturday. I got too comfortable. I was just like, it's all buddy, bro. At the Naoto Mai, then he pulled up the Yang Ruby on him. I was just like, it was glizzies from there, bro. It was over.
I think you might have given him the power by singing the interpretation of of that song last.
Oh, true, true. Oh my gosh, I love locals.
It was. I felt like I was back at at an offline.
It was good vibes.
Like a couple more. Another investment has been made. Mohican Sky took it over 3-2. Mohican Sky, fortunately, just had a bit of unfortunate 3-2, but it was close. Spin the wheel in showcasing that you can still keep up with some of the quote unquote like new generation of people. Not by no means something to sleep on in these.
Yeah, depending on how the rest of this bracket shapes up, it may seem like fate has had it, and it's going to force the must happen Canada team kill. Like EG Deku, if they win their next match, they will be fighting Mohican Sky, which is a very common set that we see around here. Not guaranteed though. There's some contention there from Zircon and Reaper's ruling that, so we'll have to see what fate has to store for us here. But yeah, I mean, Serena Smiles in the lobby. I gotta imagine Guzman is not too far behind and joining, so that should be the next set that we have on deck.
This will be interesting because the best way I could describe both these players is they just do things, and like, it's really hard to. I'm going to be using very basically. Just who's being able to do stuff better or do stuff more? Like, I can imagine it's going to be a bit of a wall to put up with. A lot of Guzman. They might bring out some kind of wild card pick. We did see some. I think at this point in the bracket, and with how comfortable Guzman is playing, I think they should just. They've got the engine warm.
Yeah, seems like they're gonna be yanging out. So see how it works out for them. Serene Smile is a very. I pretty much feel like I say this as a talking point every time they play, but it's just so true. One of a kind player, right? They have a one of a kind team. One of a kind approach to the game, and some one of a kind setups as well. Some are meme tier, and then some are like legitimately terrifying. Like it's been really fun to watch their development over the past couple years as they've stuck with this team, because I feel like they've grown a lot as a player. They've shown that they're able to execute on the big stages as well. So let's see what type of energy both these two are on here at the moment. Routstar 2A already setting the tone. Don't fight DB.
Excellent work from Stream Style. Just kind of being cognitive, saying like, hey, I have a general idea of the match. Showcasing that they're willing to navigate it, but just Guzman getting a nice 2B happy birthday. Starting their momentum.
Okay, safe jump, able to bait out the Rachel, but no punish. That could have been a huge kill on Rachel real early. Unfortunate for Guzman.
Nice shot to that Lobelia. Trying to go for a reset, but unfortunately just allowing Rachel to stay alive. Hurting a little bit. I feel like they could be a one-touch situation depending on the starter and Guzman. Content with keeping them in for now, and Iber's activation.
That was crazy. He was definitely beating Walt's ass in the QRTs right there. Mad damage on the assist. There's the cross combo activation. Flying with Rachel. Needs to be careful. She's a little low, so George holds down the neutral as she gets out of there.
A nice birthday as well. Able to take out the Yang 3 early on. Also show Ruby. It's clip, but unfortunately no full confirmed, and Guzman has one more chance to make something happen, but it's not. There's a decent amount of chip on the board available, but just gets clipped by that 2B.
Oh man, landing into the Georges off the tech was actually pretty good. You got to use the interval frames to make them activate early and not have to hold each other dumb pressure. Kills the Rachel in the back. This is very doable for Guzman.
Good so far. Needs to create some space, but a lot of Wall's big buttons kind of were able to just keep Ruby out for a little bit, but a lot of good momentum, a lot of jump cancel buttons on block, just trying to avoid situation in the deep clips. Oh no.
Bro, he did TK command throw, dash up throw, DP. Those were the cycle of actions that went through Serene Smile's head. And it worked out. Fortunately, that match was getting quite off the rails. Guzman got so much mileage off of assist punishes. Like it was really swinging those Ruby buttons around in the proper places. But Serene was able to put a lid on it before things got all over the place there. So.
If there's one thing that I really like about Serene, that they're able to just seamlessly switch between offensive and defensive very well. So, you know, just being able to just rush it down sometimes and just also wall them out. Is extremely good work.
I see that signature Guzman 4P coming in clutch. They are the best defensive Ruby 4P caller in BBTAG, bar none. Like, and Yang for that matter, as it works out yet again. How does he do it?
I know we mentioned before, but Guzman really just feel like he just activates some kind of code that allows him to have like 10 and
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the way he calls it. I tried emulating it. I can't. Like it's just impossible.
Fortunately, we're running into a little bit of a wall here with this Rachel being able to get started here. Getting a good amount of damage, won't be able to kill the root. Definitely one more mix, but just Guzman just comes out swinging with a J.
That was ambiguous as hell. Okay, but we see a Rachel DP coming in motion, able to punish the gang. She do be burning.
Little wall brought back in. And is going to die here as long as Guzman doesn't drop this combo. And yeah, this is just a scenario that Serene wanted. Level 4 Residence and a very healthy. Looking like a very solid win condition. But that, good start for Guzman.
Dude, he's just overwhelming him with the sensory overload at this point, right? Burning, running up, you know, the command throw, active switch, just all this stuff. Fortunately, Serene's Smile does find a stop sign, so it's just down to solo Yang, but he won't stop just doing things. You said it's gonna come down to who does things more, does things better. Guzman did all the things in the past 20 seconds, like.
Yeah, just a lot of just relentless, like, offensive activity from Guzman. They just still have the game. I did see that just moment to just try and catch a breather of that backdash from Rachel, especially with the extended hitbox on the with Yang's eye. So really helped out there. You know, where's 1-1 now?
Oh wow, went for the 5B round start again. You showed the Waldstein 2A to start the set out, but that's not gonna deter me. Gonna still partake in that RPS game as the cycle of offense continues here for Guzman.
Good so far, going to bring his Rachel to the corner. There's a little bit of mix-up, but just another overhead. That Jason's been working out pretty well for Guzman, and a nice backdash.
Oh, okay, yeah, JC answered by that wall DP. Dude, and this is why, like, this place, well, damn, bro. This is conceptually why this playstyle works for Guzman, right? He's constantly throwing actions at you, but it's different things. Sometimes it's run up 5B, sometimes it's run up JC, sometimes run up throw, command throw, active switch, like all these different scenarios that has you making constant decisions on defense and reaction to what Guzman's throwing at you proactively, nonstop, like.
It's really nice too because, as we said, it just seems like Guzman's doing stuff, but like in the reality of things, he has a very solid rotation of offense, and he's showcasing just Serene is just hot off guard.
100%. Trying to stabilize here. Oh, for sandwich, if you're tagging a Yang, yeah, you won't be able to find the punish. Oh, please stabilize that. Popped up high unexpectedly off the Ruby assist.
Too good right here to Serene's wall, but still doable, but just they cannot get touched.
Leaving in that Yang 6P. Going really steady with it here. What is the plan? JC, that was the last thing I expected. I thought we were going to get gun blast after switch.
Definitely just keeping Serene on their toes. And, you know, it's been that JC has worked out in these past two games. I wouldn't say the momentum shift, but just definitely a pivotal moment for Guzman. They're up 2-1 for that. Team Smile can make some adjustments and kind of stabilize because they've just been getting stuck with a lot of offense. Like,
yeah, it's rough. Like, there's not really it's mostly gonna come down to like button placement that Serene Smile has to show in order to escape this, or like timely push blocks. But We do see Sweet Spot waking up with some of the button stuff, the horizontal approach. So I do like that. It will probably be more of that's necessary to kind of prevent this ground game from being so effective.
After adaptation just to avoid the Jordan combo, unfortunately dropped him. Guzman's still looking very solid right now. I don't think, yeah, especially with the drop not going to kill the wall just yet. Another situation.
Yo, what a snipe! That was crazy. I think you take this punish if you're Guzman, honestly. You're able to get the reach out of there, notify the cross combo. Your cross game is building up quicker, so.
Upcom activated, trying to make something happen. Maybe try to get Rachel in safely, but unable to. And just another 4P for Guzman. That's going to take out the wall. Only needing to spend 1 needed for it as well. Up to solo Rachel. Level 4 readies as well again, so there's going to be a lot of chip on the board if they choose to use it, but still not a good position.
Man, it's just like you knock him down, he just constantly goes right back in there. Full vertical reaching DP, I don't care. I'm still taking to the skies. He's relentless, but hopefully he doesn't fly too close to the sun. Happy birthday, Sweet Smile, try to capitalize.
Oh no, just a little too far in for that 5-minute connector. Unfortunately, just gets clipped by the tail end of that 6P. Oh no, it's Scramble City. Everything's going on there. Spaghetti and gets a punish on that buzzsaw.
This has all gotten so out of control in such a crazy way. George taking the hits on that Firecracker and on the 2C as well, but can't take the hits of the 5P. Wait a minute.
It's not enough meter gain to get the thing, but just the 5AA and not even going for like a super risky option with the TRM and just going for a very safe option that leaves you plus with Guzman. Take on a tear and take it 3-1 over Sir.
Guzman gonna be moving on into winners finals. Awesome stuff. Got that victory over Serene Smile's been making a tear throughout the bracket, honestly. 3-1 over Reaper's Ruling Rat, 3-1 over Sprite Cranberry, and now a 3-2 over Serene Smile. They're looking locked and loaded and ready to go. And what's a stacked bracket? We have 20 people here tonight. Again, shout outs to everybody for pulling up, showing out here for some fights on a Wednesday night. But yeah, they will be fighting the winner of Sonic and Tomoe as Serene Smile drops down to the loser side on that side of the bracket where it's either going to be Mohican Sky, Kisik, E2 Deku, Zircon, or Reaper's Ruling Rat. So
give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
For sure. But yeah, chat, while we're here, again, appreciate y'all for pulling up BBTAG. Y'all know what it is. Exclamation point Matrino in chat. You know, if you're feeling gracious, we could we'd be happy to see some direct donations. We've already seen some from Master Cheap, the boy himself, Sequence of Numbers, and Small Doll Twink. We were at a combined prize pool of $55. That's going to be going to the players, the top 3. All the players. You know what it is, the BB tag. I can't do a Jadakiss impression, I'm sorry. But yeah, just appreciate you all every Wednesday, every Tuesday, no matter what weekly it may be. But we're here at the twitch.tv/RedE30 platform. Hey, I got a question for y'all, since it's just me here. Hey, yo. Who should we fight next, y'all? Who should we fight next? Blaze Blue character. Maybe I'll let y'all choose it. Who should we fight next? How are we feeling? It's got to be a Blaze Blue character though. That's not a Blaze Blue character, bro. Waldstein is not a Blaze Blue character. Mayonnaise is not an instrument, bro. Get out of here.
I'm back.
Welcome.
You know, Serene, it's your life to live. You can believe what you want.
Rachel Alucard, I already did that one. Noelle? I don't think I've done Noelle yet. Maybe. Okay. Make another? No. Let's not. All right, Serene, I see what you're doing here.
Get ready.
Oh snap, we up. Let me all tap back. My bad.
Get ready.
Alright, yeah, so Soullight versus Sonic-kun. This would be an interesting one because I feel like the two people that just are very specialized in their character, Tomoe with the Ori. Not only Harp. So, Hilda is also just, a very tenured character for Tomoe. So, I'm interested to see how they're going to deal just aerial shenanigans and just be able to control tigers.
Yeah, You see, Tomo A showing the cards early, right? I have Thanatos, I have 4P. This is a no-fly zone, man. And Sonic just kind of observing. 2B DP active switch is a clutch call from Tomo A. And going into his 4P loop that have served him well time and time again.
Looking good, Sonic making their way with a homing, and I'm surprised that 4P, like the second hit of that just didn't connect on the S, but you know, the usual from Sonic 56 DC with the XP in the back kick. Too good for Sonic right now. It's just S gets their burst with, and he's just looking on the air right now.
Ooh, man, that is solid. Because you get that same Ori safe jump Oki with the 4P on the side, so you basically get 2 mix-ups in one. That's nice.
Try to go for the instant over, but gets punished for their troubles. And Only just looking really good right now, just making Sonic a little wary of the airspace when they're trying to contest it. But tail onto that 4P does hit, and not looking too good for Ori right now, but gets out safely.
The awkward hold the burst coming in clutch, not getting punished by Sonic-kun. Recognizing the significance of the situation here, she's in here with no cross gauge, so just piling on the hurt as much as you can. Her defense, not the best. She has a pretty slow DP. She's mad tall. Beat her up.
Look at the kill and just the huge momentum shift from just one hit.
Yeah, and that's the story of this matchup in a nutshell, right? And by that, I mean like between Hilda and Hart, and why both sides seem to hate it, where it's just like, you know, if the neutral's being played in a really extended way and there's just no action going on, Hart players are like, this matchup sucks, I can't get in. But then the moment that like they find a way in and Hilda's trying to escape, the Hilda side like, this matchup sucks, I can't get out. So it's a very, very polarizing match in that regard. One mistake on either side can have it feeling like hell. Kind of saw that in full motion there.
Hopefully Tomoe isn't two-phased. I'd imagine Ori is probably going to be the star play. That JA just being a really solid tool as an air button. Just to contest the general airspace that Sonic wants. Try and shuffle him out from there.
Ooh. Flawless navigation through the cross combo from Tomoe thus far, but does get clipped at the end, forced to bring in S first to save the day.
Trying to play a little bit of a neutral on the side, but gets clipped low by the 2A. And unfortunate SDP sucks. And Tomoe getting a really solid punish. That's a little, but unfortunately not working out there. And just a delayed overhead right there. I don't think it's going to be a dead S, but it's going to be pretty.
Dog, this team cheap. This Ori Hilda stuff's kind of crazy. Like, there's so many layers of offensive mixes that you have to deal with thanks to Hilda 4P. Ori is capable of dishing them out with the lockdown.
Really solid work from Tomoe, just having all of their gaps covered, but unfortunately, gets their burst red, and Sonic will gain the momentum, and this could be just the overall momentum shift that they need to game around. I've total skill about even actually now.
Yeah, man, this is just all it takes, bro. She's gonna get her ass beat. Checks out of the corner, trying to find a way out. The Ori 5P call, but the snipe! Smart laser from Sonic-kun. Oh, God.
Just a run up DP. Which is a throw bait, but really risky, but it's only one touch on the hill and gets it with the cross-up dive kick, but a brave anti-air from Tomoe's Ori. And back in the favor, but they'll just slowly trying to make their way in, but a nice snipe on the 214 AV follow-up.
Yeah, it does commit to DP. Fortunately for Tomoe, I don't think it's fatal. However, they have way less gambling that they can do. This is a side swap somehow from Sonic-kun. That was messed up.
Yeah, that was some wild stuff. I imagine they got it just because. Alright, 5A does have a little bit of a backing effect. Just having that tech down to steal the corner. Really poor. Sonic-kun up 2-0.
It is. Yeah, it's just crazy how these games are going. I feel like both of them have, obviously there's so many other things that are influencing the match, but the real big turning points are when Hilda's in, she has no resources, and Sonic-kun has hard point. She is getting her ass beat, bro. Like, what does she do? There's no push block, right? You have just the core defensive resources of Hilda, which is like, what, bro, DP, my 11 frame button, like, it's rough. And Tomoe needs to find a way to make sure that's not the case. And it could come down to a lot of things, come down to burst timings, resource management, or just essentially the just basically the neutral that precedes that. So
Yeah, there's one thing that says that Sonic is just really looking for that one solid opening just to get those. They're up 2-0 because of it, but Tomoe, it's just a repeat of honestly how the matchup got to. Tomoe just gets a really solid opening. Impacts it. Not working out. That's not looking too good right now.
okay, so applying the super guaranteed air unblockable Sonic like it's not worth the push block. I'll take the 1.7k.
Sacrificing meter and gets a nice the usual 2-3-6 super with the 6p in the back to make it safe or get a combo after, and again a total slightly in Sonic-kun's favor again after just action.
Okay, 4-7 situation. Stay same side. You gotta guess a 4-way mix-up, bro. Like, it's so good.
Getting a nice 7.8k for that, and Tomoe only trying to make the offense happen, but just Sonic-kun is just so ready. If they have 2 meter, I don't like 9 times out of 10 they'll just let it rip. Not quite he just but just.
Oh, the snipe confirmation with the hard 5P. That was phenomenal. Projectile placement gets the cross reeled on the incoming. 4 bars built, and we shouldn't have to spend any of them. Sonic-kun going up 3-0.
So work by Sonic-kun, riding the momentum from winning the wheel 3-2. They're looking good right now. During their spot, the Winners Finals soon.
Up indeed, played that well. Tomoe fallen to loser side. Well, they'll be fighting the winner of Fish Liquor and Riazo. Fish Liquor getting the 3-1 victory over Sprite Cranberry to move in the top 8. Interesting.
Fish Liquor, I know they've been on the up and coming recently. I'd imagine that Sprite Cranberry is just excellent work to Fish Liquor for being able to take it 3-1 on by Cranberry of all people.
Indeed, yeah, the TMNers got one in here. There's still an opportunity for Reaper's Ruling Rat to get in over E2 Deku as well on the opposite side of losers, but the top 8 is definitely taking shape as we move through. And I mean, speaking of Fish Liquor, it looks like they will be next up on stream. Work is cut out for them though. They'll be fighting Riazo, who was dropped to losers by Serene Smile, and what was the CEO talking run back if I recall correctly. But yeah, Riazo, I remember they said that they were trying to learn Jubei 9 as of recently. I don't know if that's something they're going to be committed to here. I do see 9 Yumi, the tried and true, locked in for now, but I'm wondering if that's legit or we'll see.
Maybe, it's as we announced the tail end of W, they might be just titles under their name on the board. No, actually, they're going to stick with it. They want to try and make
Get ready.
I'd imagine 9 Yumi is just no doubt a very powerful team, but I'd imagine that there's some maybe matchups or maybe some comfort with the character that makes them want to learn this character in this scene.
Yeah, it is a completely different playstyle, and even I don't know if it's the player or matchup that influenced the choice, but Jubei fighting into this is not a bad idea. Like, Jubei has his Shiranui that is going to be able to like bounce around in the skies, probably air-to-air Blake, and you're going to have 9 assist calls behind it, get sandwiches out of nowhere. So it's a completely different style of a 9-based team in comparison to Yumi that is arguably just as potent.
I feel like it's definitely a lot more tricky to catch him. Fish Liquor not making it easy for Riazo right now, and showing a little bit of signs of just the growing pains of a new character with Riazo, but Fish Liquor just looking in prime form right now.
Yeah, I know from doing the Jubei short, this cat is not easy, bro. He's actually mad awkward, but huge active switch off of the 2-1-4, almost able to get a kill with it. Not quite, just a copper for a burst.
The blow by the seed, unfortunately, and Riazo And until mentioned Tip, not going for a seed setup for the unblockable, but will be taking out the Yang most likely with the.
Yeah, honestly, kind of rewarded in the long run for being so conservative in nature. He gets to maintain a lot more meter, bring it into Blake, 3 bars, so it's just like, yeah, any hit that you get, she's probably donezo.
Hit by that. Blake hit that 6P in the back end. Off the solo, Blake definitely doable level 3 Resonance Blake. Just Blake being a 60 character, you can't get touched with one. That was a ballsy call.
Oh, what? Oh, air unblockable DP off the 9-6P. I hadn't even noticed that. Great awareness there from Ryaza as they're able to take game 1.
Excellent work. You know, we're seeing a little, as mentioned, we're seeing a little bit of the shakiness. Navigating a new team after, after sticking with Juke or 9 for quite some time now. So they're able to bring some of the stuff that they probably likely lack. Fish Licker looking good in that early moment, so hopefully they can recapture some of that magic early.
Yeah, indeed. It'll just be a matter of, you know, cycling the game plan all the way through and figure out how to contend with this. I mean, it really can't be overstated enough how just messed up the neutral game is of Jubei and 9. At any given moment, you know, just toss your Nui with an assist and you're cooked. But Fishlicker picking their buttons well. This is the second happy birthday that we've seen courtesy of Blake's B button. They just can't get much for it.
There's safe super in the setup, and Fishlicker's gotta hold this. I'm able to get out actually, and really getting a lot of mileage off it. Not able to get a punish from that 6P as well, but we're having a nice life lead right now.
Oh no, got frame trapped by Mirror of all things, forced to bring the Yang in and just really helping trying to reclaim for lost hits there, going in very aggressive with the Yang, not working out.
I'd imagine the start of the show for Fishlicker is going to be just being a lot more slippery, but just trying to match some offense and get some, at least, you know, get something going with Yang here just to try and fight in their lead.
Yeah, I am loving the usage of Firecracker plus Deadly Nightshade, because like what's that doing is you're putting an instant hitbox out there that has a nice diagonal angle that can snipe out assist calls or Jubei, and then a delayed assist that has the vacuum effect and is covering the ground beautifully. So you're covering a lot of options by doing neutral that way. And it works out. They kill Jubei with it.
Really good so far, but gets caught because of the mirror and a happy birthday not looking good for Fishlicker right now. I think Razzle's going to be able to kill, especially with that drop, but has to navigate around the situation and does it beautifully, and this should be a game going for Fishlicker.
There it is. Yeah, I got to cash into the super. Fishlicker tying it up 1-1. Today I learned that Blake 6P is a projectile property. I did not expect that to happen. I thought it would be physical. But no, Fishlicker's game plan all in all was really on point. I'm telling you, like the Blake was already looking good with the B norm was hitting, whether it be JB or 5B. The confirms weren't always there. Blake's difficult, but mirroring a equally potent playstyle with the Yang on point is what really brought it forth at the end of the day. Ryaza will be switching to Aigus Adachi, a team I hate. I hate this team, man. Like it's so toxic. Like.
It's so vile, you know. I guess a heavy mix-up character, like having access to Adachi JB in the background, it's just no one. Well, the person playing it may be having a good time, but the opponent definitely is just saying, "I want this."
For real. I see it as like Rachel Adachi the better. Like I'm a real big hater of this Aigus Adachi squad. Coming in clutch so far, getting a lot of damage done on Blake as Yang is fighting for her life in the neutral. Able to bait out a big DP, can't get the punish though.
Which work with the BZO does get sniped out, but back to a reset to neutral situation instead of having the whole BZO mix up. Looking a little worse for wear, but Ryaz was playing a lot more. Is able to just match the overall like scramble situations that Fishlicker's trying to. That's hard. I'm looking good for the Blake right.
Oh, interesting. I thought this would be going into BZO for a setup, but it looks like they're actually trying to kill here. I don't know if this is enough.
Not even 16k, that looks like a little too much, but Gets clipped by that JA all to Solo Yang. Probably not the character you want in this situation, but Fishhooker, gotta believe at this point. I'm gonna make something happen.
Active switch Gatling gun has worked out twice here for Riazo, as they have this Yang isolated now, really just playing things super lame. At this point, it's just like you find, yeah, a Zeo hit like this and you confirm it into death, or a B Zeo mix up, pick your poison. This time around, it looks like we're gonna be looking to kill.
Riazo, looking good. Doesn't want to deal with the growing pains of learning. New team of 9 Jubei, and just something that's a lot more comfortable with, and it shows up 2-1 right now.
Not only something that they're more comfortable with, but also has a more direct impact on the matchup, right? Fishhooker was already getting so comfortable with Blake and the air control that JP provides, and, you know, I guess has a 5B that covers a lot of the screen. 2B as well. Can't really have that hang time approach to a matchup when she's on the screen, so it's going to require a big adaptation for Fishhooker when it comes to neutral approach.
I think a little bit more passive and defensively as well. Only, I think, and just maybe for me from an observational standpoint, there is a gap that I can having to deal with the BZO setup right now, it is not a good time.
So messed up, you're locked down, you're blocking high-lows for your life, and then if you get hit, you're going to be pretty much either looping the situation or dealing with Aegis damage, and God forbid that.
The BZO out, LL plus frames, and getting a grab for their troubles, and the momentum from Riazo is just so well right now, able to block the mix, still advantageous position for Riazo.
I think they could have gotten the kill off the 5P, was maybe afraid about it dropping or just hesitated in the moment.
Fortunately, it's their base burst baited, and not going to be a dead. I don't believe a dead. Just a both characters in the red, not looking. I'm trying to make something happen. It just gets their jump red. Also, Solo Yang wants to.
They're stalling forever. What does Yang even do? Resonance activation, she's burning. Whip punished on the 5B. That's going to do it as Riazo takes it 3-1 over Fishhooker.
We're good. Riazo moving on with a character swap worked out. I know this is a team that they've been, doesn't exactly want to go back to the find some cover and move on this bracket. Your future. Oh no. Looks like you called it. We are getting the Canadian team kill over on the other side of the
Yes, finally. Canada Cup. It's here. Oh man, yeah, E2 Deku versus Mohican Sky in loser side as well. Just the, you know, double Saugers moment here. But yeah, it'll haven't seen these two play in a while. Haven't seen these two play in a while. More often than not, it does go in True Care's favor, but E2 Deku is never somebody that you can sleep on. Kind of has that shared DNA with Guzman of just like a Yang Ruby player who's been playing for a very long time, very comfortable on their team, and very familiar with a lot of situations that you could throw at them, and is able to overcome a what may look bad on paper just through raw fundamentals. So I'll be interested to see what it looks like, these two fighting in this present day, right after going separate ways. You know, Mohican Sky pursuing other games, E2 Deku kind of staying strong on the game. What does it look like now, you know?
Also, from what I remember from the way Mohican Sky, that the best way I could describe their playstyle is like a Matador, where they just find just really solid ways to get you to press a button into just getting points in a favorable situation. They have really been the way I can describe them is just like they know how to get in your head very like easily, because they do have a very high success rate on just landing Neo's counter, and is just able to capitalize very well off.
Like we are ready to go. Neo Susanoo, Yang Ruby. This is we haven't been able to see Mohican Sky actually play. They got sent the losers by the will and was able to win their set. And now they're on the stream for the first time. The losers top 8. Incredible. What a PC tag moment.
Escape from crossing fate. Fight. Ruby, do you
Oh, formalities. Just going in. BBTAG getting the first opening moment. Okay, good, but just, oh my god. This is back and forth here.
Like, actually, that was so sneaky. I didn't notice the Yang 6P call in order to keep that. What is happening?
BBTAG just running away with their unrelentless offense and looking super good right now. Oh my god.
All right, man. You know what? I don't know how I feel about the reverse burst punish with the 2B from the back. Full loops. Wow, the defensive Neo call. There was no, I guess the Ruby 6P couldn't meet her in the back. That's crazy.
Good work right there, but Deku looking super in phase right now and just trying to maintain the momentum as much as they can. Oh my goodness.
Bro, this is a set, I'll tell you what. Deku snipe with the firecracker. Wow! NCR DP on the Neo teleport as well. Ready for it.
Unfortunate right there, just getting caught by the Yang 4. And Deku, just again, just a relentless offense for them and just showcasing, rotating between their options just to keep their opponent on their good. Game 1 for in their favor.
get ready?
Yeah, I think if you're Mohican Sky, you just shake that off and go next. Like, there's just so much chaos happening within like the first 80 seconds of that match on both ends. By the way, like it was definitely Deku doing a lot of crazy callouts, but Mohican Sky trying to match up momentum. Both players kind of getting lost in the sauce. But if there's one character in this game you don't want to scramble with, it's Yang Xiaolong. Like,
Looking good, slowly getting some navigation on the board, and this is would have been the first like really solid clean hit. Here's the arm, but the quick burst from Yang. But yeah, just able to get the momentum started, not really phased by the first. And then back right into the corner. Getting that vortex zone.
beautiful. Yeah, the side swap confirmations coming in clutch. Burst safe with the super 5C knockdown. Are we going for fuzzies? No, we go low. I would have gotten hit.
Oh no, and there's that like Matador-esque like gameplay I was talking about. Just able to get in your head so well with the teleports. And not a nice punch on it, but unfortunately Deku being able to avoid the command grab. Good, trying to get some momentum back on there.
Yeah, True Care definitely a showman of a player. Hopefully it won't come back to bite them getting too fancy with that Ruby kill confirm because, yeah, Deku gets to maintain their 2v2, which could spell disaster as it stands for this match. The True Care does need, you know, you don't want to go down 2 games.
Oh no. And yeah, I think that was a really smart call. Not able to punish the Ruby either, and yeah, able to take down the Neo. I would say that True Care's Deacon Sky's Suzo is not a threat, but I feel like that's a star player between the two.
Double resonance activation or plus. Just trying to lock down, gets the throw, and that's definitely going to be it. Oh, you ain't have to do this.
This was 1000% unnecessary pepperonis, but I understand, you know, just force your opponent to watch that, probably get into their head mentally a little bit, put them on tilt, and just, you know, also just to regain a little of your control.
Damn, bro. Unnecessary roughness. Or pepperonis, as you said. Oh, man. Classic.
That was an
1-1.
one time.
For real.
Looking good. I mean, as we've seen, both of them do have solid game plans on their offense, and is able to just execute it very well. It's a matter of who. This matchup is very like momentum based. It's just whoever's able to get that first hit.
So True Care trying to strike first. Tick throw working out on hit. As True Care. Viper into the corner we go. Good luck.
The safe jump and a nice push block down to deal with a double overhead, but just gets clipped low and a happy birthday. This should be Yang going down here. with the V2 Deku. All to solo Ruby, only level 1 resonance against a very healthy Neo and Super.
Yeah, what was the most important part of that happy birthday for Weekend Sky was just like you needed to keep Ruby in the combo the entire time just to make sure that he doesn't get access to burst. E2 Deku going for I don't know what we call that, a soul steal, a volume 9 cancellation, I don't know. Just give you full happy birthday there with the super. Neo on life support out of there, calls in Susanoo 2B5C.
Definitely making their way forward here. Gets the raw super and gets a good amount of damage on Neo and definitely kills the Susanoo with that, and it's looking a lot more favorable in E2 Deku's side. Trying to make something happen. JC not working out. No! I think they're... No, we're not getting another Astral, just another 5C. Oh god. What's going on?
I have some observations after. Okay, all right,
Oh
man.
no!
Dog. Imagine doing 2A5C. It's blocked, and then you're about to get punished for your whiff DP. In theory, you should be getting Astral. So in your head, right, the game should be over. But you're given a second chance at life, right? You don't get Astral, and the first thing on your brain is 2B5C, all right? E2 Deku's built different, bro. Like, who does that?
Only him. An anomaly of offense, if you will.
He can Sky saying, I know what you are. That was a very I know what you are Astral. Like,
Yeah, getting a pretty nice straight hit off these opening moments. True Carrot looking good. Definitely riding that high and feeling that momentum for getting 2 Astrals in the set.
can't get the full confirmation off the 2B. Not burst safe. Bringing Susanoo at the perfect time. Gets the confirm off the double 2A. I think she's out of here.
A little bit of fancy combo.
That was cool.
But a nice dual bait from Ruby, just trying to bait the burst again, but Deku not looking too good and getting another teleport makes it just, oh my god, these 5Cs have been working out and fairly well.
Wake up buttons. Oh, did you? Dog.
Oh my goodness!
He believes in himself, and that's what matters. I just hope it doesn't. They definitely could have killed Neo there. 2C or even just gun blast straight in the super. Could have done it.
Going to keep it simple for this last sequence, and that should be True Care taking it 3-1 over Vegan Sky. I'm sorry. It's a force of habit. I'm sorry. I see the name on my screen, and it still says True Care, but then there's Vegan Sky on the screen. I'm sorry. I'll try to be better about it.
Don't worry. I think I slipped once in this set too. You're not alone. It happens.
Yeah. Vegan Sky taking it 3-1 again over E2 Deku. 2 fights.
There it is. So yeah, whittling that top 8 down to a top 6, starting from 20, and now we're here. And we got 36 people in chat watching BBTAG on Wednesday night. Appreciate you all. Hope you're all enjoying the vibes. As we will be moving along, next up should be Tomoe versus Ryazo. And my question is, does Tomoe even run Hilda here? I'm sorry, bro. I hate the Hilda 9 matchup. A fella like me would never. That's all I'm saying.
Funny that you mentioned that. Historically, Tomoe was the winner of a ratio bracket, and Tomoe ran, I believe, Ryazo's Makoto 9, and Tomoe won that, and they won that pretty favorably, if I remember. Able to do super well on that. So, even though it doesn't sound like I'd imagine it's not a favorable matchup for him. Sounds like Tomoe is comfortable enough to navigate it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they're in the lobby now. It looks like they're not showing any signs of switching. And I'm sure it'll also be greatly influenced by whatever Ryazo locks in, as they've shown a wide variety of teams here. All things considered, I guess Adachi also doesn't feel the best with the presence of, like, I guess 5B and stuff. Adachi, yeah, but it'll be an interesting set regardless, as outside of the ratio, Haven't seen these two fight as much recently. Ryazo has obviously been very locked in on Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising as of late, but it's cool to see them stop by for these closing WNFs that we have going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, very tenured player. Matches and just really, really pushing the limits of what Nike. I remember just, you know, before, like, years ago, just seeing Nai as being, oh, you know, she's got really solid stuff, you know, solid mobility, like tricky mobility. Like the main like selling point was the unblockable steps that you have. Just Gazo showcasing that there's a lot more to this character and can't just keep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a character that we've always known to be strong and have seen success with it in the past, courtesy of BPAW and like Dark Death and those people in like that COVID and slight post-COVID era. But there's a real absence, I would say, really across the world with this character. Aside from like, I don't know if these South American players are still active, but there's like Antinomi and Simp out of Brazil and Argentina. But like really everywhere else you look, like there's not as many potent like 9 representatives as you would expect out of a character that's like this strong. So Ryazo really kind of flipping that on its head within the past couple of years, and look like we're gonna see it in full fruition now as they are going to be locking in the 9 Yumi up against Tomoe.
I think another, if I remember correctly, there's also last time I remember there is a Korean Salka 9 player, and I think their tag is like dude or something. And they've shown some pretty solid stuff with them, but yeah, just overall, as you mentioned, representation of 9 isn't as widespread as one would imagine with how strong she is.
You don't think you've earned the right to fight me, do you?
I think I know who you're talking about, actually. I recall that player when I was searching through replay theater the other day.
So he saw it work, but nonetheless, going to losers' quarters against Tomoe versus Gazo. Nice JB to start things off, and we're getting their momentum started.
Oh my god, double overhead with the Androdite. Tomoe said, that's enough.
Not looking too good right now. And yeah, Ryazo just getting a lot of momentum going on their side, widening the likelihood as much as possible. Not really get setup going, but just the rain will be coming down.
Oh, I'm surprised that Ryazo didn't JA there. I think I would have been a punish, big dog. That's just me, though.
Nonetheless, it looks like Zelda will be going down here and going for the left, right. And is Ori not looking too good as well. Might be a kill here if Ryazo routes properly.
Like, that's what we're looking for. That alone killed, jeez Louise.
I was a little, I suppose, pessimistic about that killing. Just, you know, maybe they need a cross combo to get things to pop, whatever, but just the clock proccing. I forgot how much damage that did.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a active switch to Yumi 2360 vibe check or something like that, but nah, Knight said I could do bad all by myself. Crazy.
Yeah, that was just hopefully Tomoe isn't too phased and calm down, just get a little bit of momentum on their side and just continue their last as I remember last time they fought, I believe it was a ratio turn. They can recapture something.
Let's see.
Oh, anti-air attempt, but unfortunately a drop, and Ryazo taking full advantage of that and just bringing Ori to the corner.
Unfortunate drop, buddy. Hold by half screen 5B. Reversal super here from Tomoe just to fight out of that corner.
It's a hit, but burst on the thing, but the Yumi just ripping out with a bust out super and not allowing Tomoe to get some of their offense.
Oh wow, maintaining offense off the push block 2C. I like that. Just the ideology of Tomoe thinking they would have some safety to escape, having to hold the offense, probably punish for up backing as the Hilda goes down.
getting clipped by the 2C, and it looks like won't even be able to pop the resistance in Ryazo.
Well, if you couldn't.
Yeah, Tomoe just, and like another thing about just full breaking down of like the matchup play when it comes to Hilda and 9, especially 9 Yumi, is that 9 Yumi is so explosive, right? You get opened up by something, you take a good deal of damage and you put in some type of messability situation. It could be unblockable, it could be high-low, it could be left-right. And that hit may be the thing to kill you should you not have cross gauge or anything. Or it's like, Tomoe's team, sure, there are opportunities for big damage should they find some of those more notable hits, but more often than not, it's kind of nickel and diming. You have to really have full control of the neutral and the macro of the match in order to be successful. And that can be really hard to do against a team that can melt you in a couple hits.
And not to mention the overall mobility from 9 just allowing to get out of a lot of situations that some characters just need to hit. Make it really hard for Tomoe to lock out, just maintain them.
JC stays in the front, but cross combo activated. We're not done here yet. Up backing for your life. Air unblockable. Clutch up back just to, or sorry, push block. Just make sure that was not the reality.
Tomoe getting some of the momentum back. Hopefully, maybe a swap into the Hilda coming soon. I'm not looking too good on the other side, but just a nice call on that JB. Feels that there's a gap in between. Getting that momentum back really quick.
Let's see, get the fist bump to yourself, and now look at you stuck in the corner, potentially taking an unblockable for death. There's 4 bars, so many ways to kill. Tags in Aurier at the perfect timing in order to get the safe burst.
Okay, on the anti-air, and Tomoe trying to make something happen here with this Aurier. Hilda in the back not looking too great. I'll hold this. Your defense holds up well. Looking good so far and able to just block out the entirety of that cross combo.
Oh, okay, gets the cross up. Clutch kill on 9. This is one of the big influences on this matchup. Isolating down the solo usually makes this all the more doable, as Tomoe is going to be running away with this for as long as they can.
Good. Tomoe has to be a bit careful. If they press anything, no. Thankfully able to get out just fine, but the JC wins. They definitely need to get roll the hell out very soon.
Yep, able to do just that. Right up DP is an option, so you will be eating a punish of some kind in the 8K territory. Both characters in critical condition.
Go bait. What looked really bad for Ryazo's looking good for Tomoe right now. Just needs to be very careful. Oh no, yeah,
Coverage.
Oh my God, grabs it. I can do tell me the routing's available, right? Oh no, not if you drop it.
Yeah, they were conflicted on 2 possible endings there, but there were multiple ways to kill in that regard.
Doing a good job at walling out so far, but gets cut by the 5B! Oh no.
Wow, they committed. They committed to Hilda 5 BBB. Oh man.
Of all things to go down to in those final moments, 5 BB. It's always a thing that you expect less. But nonetheless, Tomoe staying alive in the loser side of this bracket. One right now for Ryazo's fate.
Yeah. It was looking like Tomoe was gonna have like a peak momentum shift within the match once they killed 9, but I feel like they had to sweat so much just to seal the deal against Yumi, just based off of unfortunate routing and decisions that, I don't know, the pressure is still on here as they are down 1 game. Ryazo just 1 game away from moving on, but getting some solid work done on this 9 thus far, keeping everything extremely burst safe as I say that. Yumi gets brought in.
Oh, good little cheeky unblockable setup there, and yeah, Tomoe is looking pretty nice right now. I'd imagine they're feeling pretty warmed up now.
Yep, J214C just to stall out a bit of that cross combo gauge. And now 9's isolated without any cross gauge, a singular push block. You can push block me, I got the Hilda 4P to save the day. This is one of those big damage situations that this team can find, and Tomoe will be able to get another kill on the 9.
And this time Tomoe looking a lot healthy here. Can just roll out and look good, but just... God, that's so insane. Just the 2-1-4-8 with the 4P behind, and just Tomoe getting more and more momentum. The life totals are just getting further and further away from each other. I don't think... Actually, yeah, no, look at the... Oh, not quite! Wasn't able to get the assist.
Yeah, floating above. You have to make a world of accidents and potentially like make a sandwich in the meantime in order to lose this. Oh, okay, there's a JA. That'll do it. Tomoe ties it up 2-2. Much more convincing game this time around.
Just able to thread the needle and find the answer that they needed, and it looked pretty dire in the opening moments between for Tomoe, but just like that, just in the blink of an eye, it's already high game. Up. Doesn't go home, but I'd imagine stays home.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Ah, true. take a long walk to the fridge.
Guys are looking pretty good, but just oh my god, just the really nice hitbox of the Ori JA, and Tomoe's defense looking really solid right now, able to wall out Direball characters.
Oh my gosh, Rialzo trying to keep things extremely burst safe, and I understand why. The implications of what could happen there were heavily Rialzo favored. It's just like, bro, do you really want to take an unblockable? And Tomoe says, I ain't scared of nothing, bro. I'm making the reverse sweep. They just let it all rock. The raw tag into Yumi as 9 is really in dire health circumstances here. Tomoe firing back.
Looking good, just getting an easy burst safe catch out here. Looking really solid. Yasuo kind of, unfortunately, like falling apart here quite a bit, but hopefully with little momentum shift, the opening that's a good DP.
No active switch on it, so you need the active characters. He's going to be going down. It's solo 9, level 3 resonance here for Rialzo. 9, one of the more capable resonance characters, all things considered. If some might say this is an even match right now.
Rialzo slowly navigating in and making things work out so far. Not going to kill this Hilda just quite yet, but just going to get a lot of momentum on the resonance, but up to Ori now, actually.
I think Tomoe thought that was not going to hit meaty and they up bad. There was a very awkward spacing of Seedling. There was like no unblockable threat, but they misjudged how much leeway they actually had there.
And the resonance, but still has to deal with the orb coming in at them, and I think they'll get a whole bunch of mileage off of resonance, but just able to get a lot of chip on the normals here and make it.
Yeah, the chip is what matters most at the end of the day. You've turned what looked like a 2 or 3 touch situation into what's definitely 1, so long as you maintain the meter. You can see them striking away with that meter in question just to be able to contend in the neutral game. The 4A anti-air trying to carry to the corner. I don't think you can stabilize this in unblockable though.
Unfortunately, couldn't carry too much into the corner just to get these set up, but that JB wish, thankfully for Tomoe, but it's been game right now and not looking too good for either side.
Oh my gosh. So tense. Dancing around all over the place. Can't find these hits though.
Excellent patience by Tomoe just to not press a button after being in the air for a while and just getting chased down now. Oh, gets away, but unfortunately a little too far.
They are playing some neutral. Rampage time is about to be here. Pretty significant for both ends, actually. The EX option that Tomoe's been using to play in neutral will be able to passively regenerate that, but also Rialzo has access to EX Fist, the clock. Gonna set that up immediately.
As me gameplay just has to wait a little bit. The clock is about to detonate. Just wants to hold it out. Even push block it. Just get away, but just gets tapped with the orb. Oh no! IB and Rialzo takes it. What a heartbreak.
Extremely tense scenario there. Yeah, I mean, it was just like once Rampage time activated, it was definitely significant for both ends, but you could see that Rialzo having access to Nephrite is something that you can just kind of instantly just do just to provide some type of impact on the matchup, right? It forces interaction, whereas the EX options that Tomoe has access to are definitely counter actions, right? 2-3-6C against like 9 that's jumping all over the place, J2 and 4C. You have to really pick your spots wisely with that. So just couldn't quite find the right pockets to force something, whereas Rialzo, you know, just the click of a Nephrite, you already have so much control over the matchup. So very tense set, but it does go in Rialzo's favor 3-2.
Excellent work to Tomoe for making it this far against some pretty heavy opposition. He then some breaks with he who meets Rialzo, and those are semis between Green Smile and Mahik.
Word, yes, we shall see some of the eccentric comps of North America coming out to play here between Neo Susanoo Specialist, Waldstein Rachel Specialist, Serene Smile, and Mohican Sky. Here for it. Headed in the top 4 with this. Or after this, I should say. My bad.
This is an interesting one, like, because these are two players that I feel like there's been some overlap in terms of them. I don't think I've actually seen them play against you.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Mohican Sky contend with the likes of Ryazo and theoretically Sonic-kun as it relates to airborne characters like Rachel. But you know, you have a different type of strategy as it relates to Serene Smile with Waldstein having those far-reaching buttons and the way they're able to utilize the active switch, the lockdown, the zoning. There's so many layers to their gameplay.
They're trying to get some of their offense started, but Serene Smile swinging right back at them. And looking like some solid defense from high so far, but I'm just trying to make something happen. Finally gets the fourth overhead, and looking good, trying to just bring Susanoo into the court.
Yeah, I was really holding my breath because I want to talk about how exceptional the defense was, but you know, lo and behold, it was like the ninth overhead attempt that ended up catching them out. So,
especially in a game like this, it's not wise to block forever. This is reality with these things, but I think it ends up being Neo, who's a lot healthier, hopefully trying to make something happen here, but just the huge wall that's being put up with Rebellion not looking too good for die right now.
the first significant point of offense they've been able to find in a while. Able to get that throw bait. Can't get the DP bait.
They're trying to make their way in. Susanoo is not looking too great. And I feel like it's just Serene at this point with the way they're playing is just trying to make guys flinch. And they do, but it's all just solo Neo, the star character between them.
Man, that was a very clutch anti-air DP from Serene Smile with Rachel. I think Waldstein was going to die otherwise. As they do, I was going to make point that, like, they were able to live with maybe a love tap of not calling Waldstein, but they still do, forcing the 1v1 now.
Clip low and the door bait again. Will they go for the unnecessary pepperonis? They do have it available, and they definitely will.
I was about to say, don't show restraint for Serene Smile after what you did to Deku. Like, you've come this far. Finish the job. Like,
absolutely. And also just in general, like, you know, we haven't seen Mohican Sky in a while. They're making one hell of a statement. Being able to make it this more consistent and tenured players in this. Really solid showing for them. Thanks that.
yeah. Technically, they have not lost a set of BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle tonight. You know, they lost a set in the tournament, but they haven't lost a set of BB Tag.
Yeah. You know, I'd imagine they're also not too happy about how that wheel went, and it's just going on a war path. You know, Astraling Deku twice, Astraling Serene Smile at least once, trying to make their way back to maybe get their revenge, provided that things can work out this time.
Yeah, trying to honestly establish a little bit more neutral game this time around to slow things down, because the early parts of the previous game was just Serene Smile almost playing Rachel like Magneto, just constantly in there, high lows all day, you cannot breathe, so suffocating. But they're able to rely on their assists and the buttons in order to slow things down while also getting some phenomenal counter calls with these assists.
Slowly just bobbing and weaving, making it back in, trying to make Serene Smile flinch, and they do get a hit, and that should be the end of Wall Speed in this second game here off the solo. Rachel, level 4 Regents, but not looking healthy by any means. Getting bapped on the head with a
Yeah, it's a beautiful whiff punish there from Mohican Sky. Really being benefited and rewarded from slowing the game down and just capitalizing on Shreen Small's tendencies. Like we saw so many counter calls on the Rachel assist get sniped by things like Susanoo 6P and the EX slash and such. And that cross combo was a big statement of freezing the screen, recognizing the whiff, and able to get a full kill on Waldstein. So they're looking good. They're up 2-0. It's really on Serene Smile to figure out how to turn the tides here.
I feel like they're able to get some points of like solid momentum against each other, but Guy looking super good and just being able to whatever offense that Green is able to employ, just able to take it right back and just not let them get another kill. But just pressure gets hit with a 2B of all things.
Listen, they knew that Mohican Sky was on that stuff. I hold your reset sign, fine with the cell and hold this 2B. But the happy birthday confirmation from Truth here. Or sorry, Mohican Sky. I lose the screen, that's my bad.
Looks like the momentum with the Neo will stop here. Smile being able to take out the Neo on the Soul Susanoo, but you know, this character, it's effectively a two-touch situation given the health values of Smile's character.
Stutter stepping. Oh! Yo, there is big man slapping man meat over here. Just all the big normals in the world. Try to kill each other. The JA.
The Resonance Timer, not going to kill by any means, but trying to get some momentum going for the 2C 5B loops, and oh no, it gets a whip! Just way to let all die here, just maintain the better character Resonance, all the solo Rachel, but all it takes is one touch, a good solid, maybe like counter hit 5B.
George. Oh, I thought it was Tempest Dahlia. I didn't realize it was actually Susanoo Super that happened there.
So, I understand what Sky was trying to do with trying to catch in the air, but yeah, just, again, I may have cursed Serene Smile a little by saying, you know, just maybe just a solid 5B counter hit will be good sealed. And, like, they got it, able to optimize, and I take it 3-0 over Serene Smile earning their spot in loser semi. Gazo. I believe we'll be going back up into. I know who will be going into grand finals with.
In there, I'm looking forward to seeing how this shapes out, especially since, like, man, you're really seeing how different the landscape is looking in comparison to the last WNF that was just ran. It's almost a fully unique top four from what we have last time. The only constant is the constant Sonic-kun, who's still within top four in that winner side, gonna be going up against Guzman, which should be a hell of a set. So I was mentioning earlier how Guzman is just a strong player at their core. They've been playing BBTAG for so long, maining the same team for this many years, and have picked up a lot of tricks of the trade as it relates to that team and just overall BBTAG approach in general. They have their own style in the way that they go about it. So in those matchups where it is like characters that they're familiar with or playstyles that they're really able to implement and twist in their favor, they aren't anybody that you can sleep on. But I think Sonic-kun is a type of player and playstyle that will give them some issues. You know, Heart that's being played in this way with the S-assist in the back with the safety nets, and just how studied and prominent of a player Sonic-kun is. I don't know if these two have the most amount of matchup experience, but I'll be interested to see how Guzman contends with it. They're playing solid so far throughout this bracket, so this should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm also curious as well because Guzman really likes to effectively play like hopscotch between the sides of recklessness and brave. And I think though the only way I can distinguish the two is whether or not it's a approach that he's trying to play out. So we'll see if that little bit of like recklessness or even bravery will. Sonic-kun does a pretty good job at, like, especially in longer, kind of reading tendencies. A solid like a back homing just to try and catch out something. a bit more committal. We'll see what happens. I feel like it'll be kind of a back and forth between whether or not that could either Yang. Well, we'll see what they can do. I think historically they have played in the past, and it's the way Goose is playing, it could go.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of those alternate Guzman teams show themselves. I'm mostly thinking about the Ragna, where like you have access to JB and JA as a potential point of contention if you're trying to bring some different promos over to Heart. But yeah, let's see how this shapes out. Winners finals, WNF. We are fighting on a Wednesday night, and we're playing BBTAG. It's peak, I'm afraid. Here we go.
Yep. I imagine Guzman just wants to get some momentum,
Well, Ruby,
just to not deal with
can't escape from crossing fate.
really egregious offensive habits.
Let's go, Ruby.
Just yeah, Hanaku kind of realized that as well, and just starting off with up back JA.
Yeah, not to mention Sonic is starting S first. I don't think that's the usual. It's, I want to say Heart that usually heads, but I think there's some round start RPS that Sonic is looking for. I don't know the specifics, but I imagine S2A smoke Yang 5B, so they want to have access to that as opposed to running Heart point.
It's like the entirety of the bus on rip, and Guzman just trying to make something happen here. Ruby isn't looking too good, but Sonic is just really getting some distance. Stop some of Guzman's offense from seeing the good backdash.
Backdash? Alright. It's a modest punish for it. The up back, trying to get any type of reward for it. Oh! Pump the brakes on the DP. She's out of here.
You're in trouble now.
Well, up to Solo Yang here, definitely. Honestly, with both characters, it's just equally as. I feel like Guzman has a little bit more of an edge with the Yang. We'll see how this looks. Level 4 Resonance popped pretty early on, and not going to get the 5P confirmed the kill, but it's not looking too good for Guzman right now. I'll be happy with Resonance.
Yang as like a comeback character, it just... It's not impossible, but definitely from these life totals, it takes so long for her to get any type of damage done. So even hypothetically, if Guzman landed a hit, they really only would be able to do like one hit of like, I'm in resonance, unburstable type of damage before needing so many interactions in order to bring this in their favor. So Sonic-kun, wisely in my opinion, playing this slow, right? It's up to Guzman in order to find the hit, not killed from these projectiles and lasers. So.
Make something happen, but unfortunately, no dice, and Sonic-kun, I think a nice JB into first game. I think just the biggest point of momentum. Having her take a lot of the brunt of the damage early on as well. Not able to be realize Ruby in this sense. Because I feel like between the two characters, especially to catch the heart, or just contest any bit of airspace, you want Ruby to stay alive and be.
Well, Ruby, you having?
Yeah, I'm in full agreement with you, honestly. She'll be a massive influence within this match, and we see Guzman going more for like their usual approach with the 4P. The immediate 4P anti-air attempt that we saw though was backholding, so hopefully they keep that in their mental Rolodex as we go along here. The chaos.
Heavy scrambles working out, and yeah, Guzman is just kind of caught off base a little bit. Just a lot of these homing attempts, Sonic just showcase a little bit of a stopping the brakes on full speed there on, I think just to really just break the pace of Guzman on what
Backing the delay Yang 6P call. Gotta bring it in with the active switch, but just can't find anything. Sonic-kun's defense also known for being notoriously strong, and by defense is not just a matter of like blocking on high lows or left rights. That comes down to guessing, but really just their situational awareness and some of the options they're cycling through, fuzzy guarding, these even DP timings have been really on point.
Really nice fortune to cut things off, but Ruby not looking too good right now, but able to just burn. But unfortunately, also Solo Yang once again, and it's just one touch. That was disgusting.
Just slow homing in the face. Will I go high? Will I go low? Good luck. Sonic-kun up 2-0, and it's just, yeah, you could tell the Guzman's just having a really hard time finding their pacing. Like they can't figure out how to really get any part of their game plan started. It looks more promising once Ruby is in, but it's just a matter of like by the time she's brought in, so much damage has already been done. Sonic-kun already has such a tight grip on the match.
Well, Ruby,
I think the pivotal point is just
can't escape from crossing fate.
kind of figure out the pacing and just the overall like beat that Sonic-kun's or whenever they're in the air using. Just to try and find that a little bit of pattern that they may employ in the game style, just to make it a little less of a threat while Heart is within airspace.
She's burning raw tag. Goes for the super. It's relatively safe, even safer with that S6P call. So it's Guzman's now or never. You can see in the approach that they're trying to make it happen. Showed a lot of respect. I see Sonic-kun actually intended for throw bait, but Guzman was just down backing. Ended up getting thrown themselves.
Oh, it's just it's up 5A. We'll be able to kill the Yang all to soul. Ruby only level 2 res this time. Not too good for Guzman, but just only trying to make something happen. But just again, that late landing on the homing, just flipping Guzman on the head, could be it for things. I'm in the winner's side.
That's gonna do it. Yeah, Sonic being able to get the 3-0 victory. Very dominant performance overall. Just letting the full team come to fruition, and Guzman. It comes down to a lack of experience, right? It's the same thing that I was saying before. Guzman, a fundamentally sound player, but against some of these newer players and some of these more different play styles that they may not have experienced in the past, doesn't always have the best answer for it. Not just through the team, but just through their approach in general. It's going to take some more exposure to these players in order to get more familiar with it. But they're not out. Going to be going to the losers final side, still in top 3. Well, guaranteed top 3, top 2 contention if they're able to make it out of losers. But they'll be fighting the winner of the next match between Mahika Sky and Riazo.
This will be an interesting one, as as mentioned before, Guy hasn't really been joining. Still finds time out of their schedule with Grand Blue to play some BB tag here at WNF. But as far as I know, to my knowledge, the last time these two have met in a bracket was actually EVO 2024. So a year-long quote-unquote rivalry in the making, and we'll see if Riazo can get their revenge or Beacon Sky is able to get another W on the board.
Man, that's crazy. It's really been a year since they last played. I'm excited that. What's up? My bad.
No, I was just saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, that to my knowledge, that's the last.
No, it makes sense and it adds up because I know that like Mahika Sky went off to like focus again on some of their other games at the moment with Street Fighter and Tekken 8, and we also respectively too, right? They're in some BB Tag tournaments every now and then, but they've been killing in Grand Blue Rising. So that's always the fun thing to see in the BB Tag community as it grows and as we grow as players, is seeing us venture off in the different fields, but always returning to center to play some good old BB Tag, no matter where the paths have taken us, whether you go into Strive or you go into Grand Blue or you go into Tekken or you go into Musume, and we all come back and play some good old BB Tag at the end of the day. So it's beautiful to see.
Really nice to see, especially with I know when BB Tag first came out, there's a lot of expectations. Fell short for a while. Just that stain, unfortunately, has never. For the people that have played and stuck with it, they look fondly of it. And there's a lot of interviews that are coming out, like especially with. There's some prolific figures that have been saying, if there's a tag game that you like, and you want like certain mechanics with it, there's a good chance that BB Tag has you covered. So even though the first initial exposure and people hold a not very favorable, like it's still a game that like I'd recommend. Overall, just recommend trying out just because of how robust and.
Hell yeah, brother! It's like the only fighting game I play now. Oh man, but here we go. Loser semis, Mohican Sky versus Rialzo. They're on the tried and true, the main squeezes. See if Rialzo will be able to overcome here. Had a little bit of a nail biter. They're coming off the heels of Mohican Skies was a little bit more convincing, but here we go.
I feel like, you know, Nine has a disjointed JA, just a lot of buttons in the air, but Neo in return has a very quick JA. I'd imagine that some interactions in this game will be decided off of grouping control.
Oh, mind games being played there. Teleport on DPing that best.
Why did that 2B just did not beat the universe? Also getting the first bits of momentum early on this set, being really powerful. Oh my.
Hello? Oh, all right. That was very layered. Like the fact that it didn't fully connect, but Mohican Sky still had buffered dive kick inputs in there, so she just burst out of the ice with dive kicks. Like what? Hello?
That was really smart by Sky, just realizing, yeah, Rialzo's going to try and air stall, and having a direct answer to that is really nice.
She's basically an active falling pain. Like she's literally heals this falling pain projectile, but she just lunges herself. So that was great situational awareness. A very unique usage of that tool.
He's super good, and yeah, at that point, especially with that 2C, just at a point where Sky really needed to choose, who do I want who do I want to be the solo character, and they're choosing their star player.
Rialzo doing more of the same. 9 on fatal territory from that Neo hit, and decides Yumi should be the one that takes the fatal hit if there is going to be one. Slowing things down within this resonance. This works out for Rialzo, honestly. You're no what? Well, I was gonna say you're nullifying a lot of the comeback mechanics. Wasn't the biggest punish in the world as Neo alpha air-to-air hit, so they did what they could do.
Oh, excellent navigation, but a little too far for that 2A to connect, and Yumi survives by just getting clipped by just the tip of that 5B, and Rialzo taking the first game here.
Well, if you couldn't.
If they're set, I believe in Grand Finals with anything to buy you. So a back and forth nail. And I imagine Sky has a few tricks up there.
Of course, yeah, we already seen a couple of them. We at least see that they're both aware of the circumstances at hand, right? We've seen Rialzo going for some very apt buttons within the air control and ground control game, some clutch 4As and 5Bs on the side of 9. But also, you know, Mohican Sky is showing that teleport on the air stalls and the spell activation, so they're ready. They came to play.
They're trying to navigate around some of these projectiles that Rialzo is constantly putting out, and Rialzo just maintaining the offense. I feel a bit of a 50-50 right now.
Fight back! Fight back! Blocking magnificently though throughout the entirety of it. Gets caught by the stray JA. Rialzo can't confirm, so Mohican Sky lifts the tail to tell, unless.
Looking good. And yeah, just an excellent active switch reacting to the burst, and I can't really get a put of momentum in this game.
It's a delayed JC. No full pickup off the 9-5P though. We're just doing JC 3 in a row.
Unfortunately not working out. Yeah, unfortunately didn't get the forward jump, so can't really go into the hand combo. But I only needs about one hit to really just get some of that life lead back in their favor. But a good sneaky throw by Rialzo.
Yeah, that should definitely be it. Yeah, just tag into the 9, so you only have to worry about solo Neo yet again. Way healthier this time around. Gonna go for the teleport mix if at all possible. Activate resonance, but you're still locked down.
Doable, but yeah, good navigation with the teleport, and yeah, just get some momentum on their side with a cheeky command grab, and slowly but surely, like they just need one solid hit, just get the 9 out, but a good tag from them.
Ooh, interruption on 5BB. Love to see that. Don't let Yumi get away with that.
Bait by Kai as well. Again, do it again. Oh, unfortunately, no confirming. Yeah, that's going to be it.
Yeah, I think they had it in their subconscious that it was a guaranteed punish, and just autopiloted into that to keep it burst safe, which in theory would be the right thing to do, but did not actually have the punish guaranteed at all. So yeah, just not the proper situation there for Mohegan Sky as Rialzo goes up 2-0.
They wanting them for revenge from a year ago, and they're slated to do it right now, but Sky definitely playing a little bit of the longer game and seeing if they can make some adjustments, but a good JA at the opening moments. Looking too good, especially with this pickup as well. Oh my god.
Beautiful. I love seeing a good old-fashioned 9-or pickup out of neutral. And it's going to go into unblockable. God damn.
This is very much a situation this looks like. Don't forget you're here forever. Okay, some of the mix that they're able to have, and just again, going to the seed, getting clipped low, and not out of the corner, but probably going to the other one or just gonna straight up kill him. Not quite.
She's a work of art. She is a work of art. Look at all the damage that she has caused, all the destruction that she has brought. JA air to air. The clock is still there.
Guy's really just trying to find an answer, but gets crossed up with the teleport in the fight scene. It's also Suzo, but gets crossed up again, and Rialzo taking it 3-0.
9 the Phantom, don't you forget it. Rialzo's 9 to be exact, with the Yumi on the side. 3-0 over Mohegan Sky. And yeah, that last game, I feel like Rialzo's been looking for a game like that all tournament long, honestly. Like, obviously, they've been doing well throughout the tournament with this run, running it all the way to losers finals. But that's really the dominance and ideal Rialzo game that you want to get more into the habit of and get more into the sequences of finding, because that's when they're at their strongest, where it just feels like you can't make a right decision. Every hit's going to lead into something vile, and you're just fighting for your life. So good stuff to them. But solid run from Mohegan Sky. You know, again, they've only lost one set of BBTAG, but they got eliminated within a double elimination based off of unfortunate connection issues in the winner side. But they're looking good. I'm looking forward to seeing them play more if they're going to be joining us here for some more WNFs as we close out. But excited to see them pull up for this one nonetheless.
It's also really nice because I know, as you mentioned, that we will be closing our. People are saying, you know, hey, some people that we haven't seen in a while are starting to at least consider coming back to join. So it's really nice to see some of the quote unquote like old flames come back and just see how they stack up against the people that have enjoyed it. Tail end of an era.
Absolutely. But we're within that top 3 losers finals to be exact. All these competitors from here on out: Rialzo, Guzman, Sonicun, guaranteed to be in the money for that match. Reno, time is running out. If you do want to make some contributions, you can feel free to do so. The link is in the chat. If you write a comment, we will be reading it live on stream for you. If you have any closing words as we get into these closing moments of the tournament, Guzman versus Rialzo coming right up.
And I think this is going to be another like matchup where Guzman might be a bit unfamiliar. As we mentioned, there's not a lot of 9 by how strong the character is, and I believe, well, we did have one 9 back in SoCal, but this is back in the offline game. 9 and Dachi or previously the 90s. It's been years since. We'll see if Guzman maybe is learning through observation instead of practice. Seeing all these matches happen so how they stack up against it.
Yeah, I don't know if Guzman was active at the time when I was playing this team, but at the same time, I was nowhere near as like optimized and consistent as Rialzo has gotten with this team. So it'll definitely be a raw exposure and see how essentially they're able to navigate through it. At the end of the day, don't get hit. Like that is kind of like the approach. Don't get hit, and it will be a little bit less of like trying to solve back homing and more of just like trying to solve how to get in on 9, which they may be more comfortable with again through that previous matchup experience with Square and just knowing how 9 operates. But yeah, there we go. We're ready up. We're ready.
Interestingly enough, going with the Ragnar Ruby, I kind of understand, because I'd imagine Yang into 9 is horrible. And as far as I know, 9 versus Ragna is, from what I understand, like it's like it's just been one of Ragna's worst matches. But I feel like there's probably some slightly better tools that Guzman feels.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Yeah, I could see it. It's also a matter of like, I feel like not only Yang gets 9 is not great, but also Yang gets 9 Yumi is not great. Like if you get clipped by like one of those Yumi 5Ps with armor, 9 has like a half screen reaching low that's going to clip you out of it no problem at all. So you have to sweat. So right now the Ragna's looking solid. I was wondering if Guzman would pick this. I thought he would pick it against Sonic Queen, honestly, but it seems like it's coming in clutch here against Rialzo thus far.
An excellent throwback, and Guzman has not been touched so far in this set. Looking really good, and yeah, just this looks like a favorable play, and I'd imagine Guzman's just feeling fine. Right. So that's a big hit.
Oh, goes low, fakes the fuzzy, and has 2 bars available. Probably just gonna go for Oki for now. Next hit definitely kills, unless the Resonance activation gets more health back. Let's see.
Oh, just getting some really solid work here. And yeah, Guzman able to stabilize the combo as much as possible. And just one hell of a statement in these opening moments of Guzman. Just barely getting tapped in game 1.
Yeah, that was something, man. Just really making a statement immediately with this Ragnar Ruby, and just taking that. That's really how you have to approach these games. Is that you find one point of momentum and you ride it to the end, no neutral, all gas, and so everything was just working. They had a full read on Rialzo's defensive tendencies from the get-go. It can honestly be kind of tough as a tournament player to not psych yourself out after a game like that happens. And recover from there. But Rialzo starting out the Yumi, trying to slow things down.
I really like what Guzman's doing, just being super relentless whenever they're able to just try and get a point of offense going and just start running it down. Typing out 9 assists in the back, just trying to catch Yumi on certain things and just beat Yumi to the punch that time, and Guzman just getting their momentum shift going.
Yeah, I think what Ragna brings to the table is actually his lack of options. One thing that I had criticism of watching Guzman's gameplay against Sonic Tune is that they were not sure what to do with neutral, but they were throwing out a lot of good counter calls with Ruby, but they were doing like firecracker with Yang. You know, Ragna has to go in. There is no fireball, so I think that has naturally allowed for them to play more offensive, and look, it's working out for them. They're on the verge of killing 9. The burst in order to save her comes up from Rialzo.
A little hit, but unfortunately didn't believe it confirming. A nice snipe from Rialzo, killing the Ruby off the solo. Ragnar just definitely a tough round to climb, to say the least, and gets thrown for the troubles, and that could be curtains with a Scorpion kind of one.
There it is. Yep, calling the 9-6P just at the end in order to make it happen. And Rialzo, as you said, tying it up 1-1. All in all, though, like there is no reason for Guzman to swap. Like I think again, them being on Ragna, forced to approach, no retreating, no reason to retreat. You know, there is no reason to throw a firecracker gunshot or anything like that. You just got to find your way in. And the Ruby counter calls have been on point. Rialzo able to tighten up within that game too, but if things, you know, continue this way, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up in a game 5.
Crossing fate. Fight.
Good, and yeah, Guzman just, again, relentless on the offense, looking super good, and yeah, this is the way they, as you mentioned, this is the way they have to get the momentum, get that offense going, and just make sure Rialzo doesn't really have a moment to catch them.
Beautiful chicken guard, was able to avoid that throw mixed up. And that, I got hit, bro.
That was disgusting. Guzman just getting the momentum started here. Trying to bait a throw, but looking good. Good DP, just to out that gap and not have to deal with it on like DP. And we have a solid wall of defense so far.
This 171, just fuzzy guarding, has been really phenomenal. Finding these spots to up back and kind of nullify the mix up a bit. You see, even on that 6P, they're just picking the perfect timings. Not really winning much of the macro game here, as Rialzo does have the life lead. Gonna be pushing to the corner with this as well.
Full stack of the magic gauge. Won't be able to kill this quite yet, but might be pretty close here. Nice 10k on the board. Oh, that was disgusting.
Oh, wholly ambiguous. Yeah, that was crazy. Ruby getting clipped on it incoming immediately.
I believe Ryauza will be able to build a meter, but I think it'll kill with the double magic gauge. Quite.
Quite. Oh, that was cheap. Same side.
Well, if you couldn't handle that.
Just showcasing some of the mix of things. Up 2 games here. I would say Guzman, could consider a switch, but because of how well that first game went, and given that the other like realistic option that Guzman is a Yang, I think Guzman.
Yeah, ultimately their approach is still valid, right? It's just like the fact of the matter is this 9 Yuumi team, what it's able to implement and how Ryauza plays it. Some games are just going to be like that, but you got to stay true to yourself and capitalize on the mistakes. I have to see a huge one here from Ryauza with DP off in the distance, going to be able to find the side swap and a solid 7.5k to bat.
That nice empty jump throw, but a burst will be coming out. And Guzman just trying to get some offense started. And in the corner here, oh my god, what navigation! But
what?
Not working out.
What part of Yuumi hit there, bro?
We gotta go back and watch the clip and we gotta find that out. That was... I wish I could tell you. I did not see anything.
Oh my god, El Clasico. Yo, you watching Crack and Atkins content? Nah, that's your face scrub patented.
Good here, but unfortunately gets clipped. And yeah, I feel like that was just like the only time the burst has saved the Ruby, but Ragnar is going to be a hurting unit, but thankfully for Guzman, doesn't drop the combo, but a DP and an alley-oop into the rain. Not going to kill this quite yet. Actually, they might have them here to do so, especially with the clock.
Oh my god, the air raid is so skilled. It was literally, I think, the last hit that killed. The life gauge is still going down. Guzman not showing any fear though. Finds the hit. What do you do? Super? Do you resistance activate? Do you opt for the mix-up? I don't know.
Just gets clipped low, but able to get something. Oh no, unfortunate drop there. Guzman! Still got
He
resonance.
can't make a decision. Oh! Up backing? Resistance?
It's a nice snipe. What's the situation for honestly both sides at this point? Oh no!
Oh.
That one stubborn say, "Get down, Mr. President," and it looks like Guzman will be going down here. What a heartbreaker.
Damn, he had so many kill confirms available. He was really stuck between, do I want to kill or do I want to keep it burst safe, which really kind of influenced their decision making in the long run. It could not quite find the finishing touches. Well played though. It really showed that Guzman was able to contend. We were really just a couple of decisions away from a game 5 there, which is my prediction. Ryauza making that not come true, as they do get the 3-1 victory, as Guzman will be finishing 3rd. But a solid run nonetheless. This was a stacked bracket, and Guzman definitely going a long run, making a statement with the placement here tonight.
Getting some of that dollar. We currently have $5 in the. Oh, it's as the bracket says right now, you're getting $5. Well, get you something on the value menu. There's probably one thing, but you know, it's something.
In this economy, yeah.
Guzman's going to treat someone and be like, yeah, I did everything on me. But for those that know, when they tell you you can get anything, they mean like minimum or like maximum 3 things on the dollar. Nowadays, it's just you get one thing on that.
For real, man. What happened to the dollar menu? What can a dollar even get you in today's economy? Like a singular dollar?
The minimum wage customer service worker laughing at you saying, "Thank you."
Bro, maybe a Hershey's Kiss. Like a singular Hershey's Kiss from the candy store. Oh, man. Yeah, it's time to go. Rialzo looks like this. They want this set. You know, they're saying they were asking in the chat how many WNFs has this guy won? And then as soon as the set was over, he's just like, "It's over, bro. I'm back." No, I can't. No, I can't say what I was about to say.
Oh,
I was about to say something about somebody's back in town, but I don't think that's a thing.
Oh.
Somebody just landed. I don't think I can say that. I don't think I can say that.
I understand. I understand exactly what you're trying to say, and you know, let's keep that on a closed up for now, shall we?
Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road. We're good. Grand Finals, WNF Online Edition, episode 32. Rialzo versus Sonic-kun. Here we go.
Looking good. Getting a little bit of that just natural space control with the electric orb coming out, and Sonic-kun slowly trying to find their way in, but just super armor not extending long enough to get something going, and in the corner has to deal with the orb.
Damn. That's all I can say is damn. Like she's hella dead. The question is how many resources? The answer is only a spoonful.
Just yeah, either way, just has to spend 2 meter for that, guaranteeing the kill, and a nice 12k on that, and nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 5 on that. But that's getting put in the blender as well. But it's looking dire. Yeah, Resonance was your one time to get out, and hopefully you can keep the momentum going, but just gets hit with the JV. A little bit of taste of momentum, but I'll looking too good.
Okay, you can tell that Rialzo has been heating up as this bracket goes along. It's looking more and more like the Rialzo I remember as the tournaments just progresses. Like that was solid. They're up 1.
It very much seems like they're just they're very hungry, right? Now they even though it's an online bracket, you know. Either way, you know they got their revenge against Mohican Sky earlier. Now Sonic-kun, as they said in chat,
Stay in sync with me. You might end up as a pile of ashes.
trying to end this reign of terror.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Here we go. Game 2.
Already a better start for Sonic-kun. Attempting to put Rialzo on the blender with
Oh, yep. Re-engagement, anti-push block. Hanchi.
No good.
trying their best to make a burst. Not really working out here. And Rialzo just trying to get some momentum back, but Sonic-kun just being relentless on the offense and getting a pickup out of that. Oh my god.
Active switch in order to keep it together. Oh, too much dip on the chip for the confirm. Ends up falling out due to proration. That could be a pretty significant drop for Sonic-kun. Fortunately for them, no full ender on Rialzo's end, and the 9 is not the healthiest. So I imagine Rialzo's going to be wanting to get her out shortly here.
Sonic-kun just trying to chase down the heart as much as, or trying to chase down the 9 as much as possible. Not getting a really safe opportunity to like, play. Looks like they'll get an opportunity to this time and bring them to their point.
That's up. Good block on the left, right, but no block on the. You can only block so many mix-ups, bro. Like.
Trying to keep the defense as solid as possible, but just gets the first baited play. Pretty good right now.
He just said the super sucks in chat, and now look at him. Like.
Never listen to chat. It made you lose 9.
he said it. That's the funny part. Like. Oh man.
Just for the one time, you know, it's still early on in this set, and you know they have a couple games of sacrifice. Just wanted to just really prove the theory.
Was that a punish? No, not quite. Still gets chipped though, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
Ooh,
oh,
that was so scary.
That could have been the game.
Still looking good. Or Rialzo, I was going to say still staying alive, but yeah, 1-1. This grand finals here.
Indeed. Let's see as we move along. I felt like Riazo had full control. It was just things kind of going off the rails. Sonic able to fight back, get a bit more of their offense going, and put Riazo under a little bit of pressure. Getting that kill on 9 early is always a big benefit when you're going up against Riazo. So.
They're here really trying to make their way in the homing just to try and dance around some of the Riazo has, but putting up a solid wall, a lot of projectiles coming out, and Sanku has to play patient.
Come now. Amethyst.
We call laser. Oh, the zoning heart.
Not working out. Sanku trying to make their way in, but has to deal with another organized setup, and unfortunately not going to get it. Wants to save the heart just to maintain the 2v2 as much as possible, but that's not either.
Dog, that was I thought 9 crossed up. That was actually ambiguous as hell, mostly due to the color schemes.
Unfortunately, Sonic couldn't just like I'd imagine they wanted the other super just to try and get out of there, but it crossed up. And all up to Solo Heart, definitely doable, but has a mountain to climb in front.
Your turn.
All the way around, force damage situation. Push blocks can't save you. Yeah, Riazo's entire ideology and that was like, I don't want to mix you. I'm not going to give you an opportunity to escape. I'm just going to waste your resistance timer. If you get hit, it's your fault. And it worked out.
And that situation is just definitely,
I underestimated.
you know, you have the life lead, you're up a character. It's very much just, oh, do you want to? You're just trying to catch them flinching.
Just like that, man. Riazo on a reset point.
Definitely hungry. Just haven't really skipped a beat from last time we saw them in one of these brackets.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
As mentioned, they're trying to end Sonic Youth Managers.
And just placing that slow-moving orb the way that they are is so pivotal within this match, right? You're covering off so much of Heart's potential homing space, and by proxy, limiting what Sonic can do in the neutral game. You're seeing them have to be a lot more reliant on S assists and really pumping the brakes on moving with Heart. Amethyst.
I like the curve from Riazo. Just really, if they see them on like the same horizontal space as, they're usually just going to try and draw a AA provider. Riazo just really covering the bases in terms of just being a basic.
Ooh, was looking for a tech catch. Maybe unfortunately routed a little bit too far back with the IAD. Here we go, run under. 4P call. That was kind of cheeky there from Riazo. Does find hit with the JC after switch.
Actually not working out too well, bringing in the heart just to try and get some momentum on their side. That's definitely wanted maybe another team or just trying to homing in, but Nine gets out safely and it's just getting kind of heal in the back of anything. I'll just Soul Yumi's going to be
Playing so fearless, man. Like, of course there's a little bit of neutral being played now, but I feel like it's actually Riazo who's forcing more of the offensive actions, whether it's Nine or Yumi on point. They're really looking to close this out, and I feel like Sonic-kun is trying to find their way still.
trying to make their way in, gets a frame check, and yeah, gets caught them trying to press a button there. Giving a perk safe in the trying to make something happen here, gets it overhead, but Gazo open up, getting pieced up here in the corner. Not really liking this position that they're in right now.
Ooh, okay. Oh, the fist makes contact. Yeah, Sonic-kun does not have access to burst the long after switch window, allowing for Riazo to bring in the 9. We'll be able to find the kill on a solo hard 2v1 situation.
No good.
Chico incoming, but not working out. All just solo. Coming for Resonance, but unfortunately just gets JV, and this should be grand finals reset. So 3-1, but you need to win another 3 out of 5 to really seal this trip.
And those Yumi 5P calls. Honestly, like, 9 is doing a lot of work, but I think that's one of the big MVPs for Ryazo of how they're able to get so much done within this set. That is what they're using to run Oki and essentially play neutral with once Sonic is kind of isolated, because it has that like multiple lingering hitbox. If there's a back homing or not, you get to cover those up back timings through and through with such a wide and active assist. And so, you know, if it hits, cool. If not, 9 is on point. It's a high-low situation. If that, it could even be a left-right. So it's the game plan is showing for Ryazo, and it's being executed to a high degree as they've reset this bracket. And I would say they're trying to bring this on to the finish. It's going to take Sonic into massive adaptation to bring this back.
Yeah, I really like what Ryazo's doing with that UV5G because, as you mentioned, it's both a neutral tool and a mixing tool. Just, I think they're just getting a lot of mileage off of that little upwards hitbox on the last hit. But not looking too good for Sonic in these opening moments, and should be going down here.
Oh yeah, she did. No. Oh no! Okay. It works out.
Positive, it just gets crossed up on the rain, and yeah, I believe outside of a resonance spot, but
literally with the spell, you get to like look at the spell happen, think about what mix up you want to do, and then execute it 1 second later. It could have been high, low, or left, right. Ryazo in full control. That is going to be a punish. There's still so much ground to be made here for Sonic though.
But just gets caught on the landing like it's M-Bod, and unfortunately, looks like Sonic will be getting the first point momentum in this Grand Finals reset.
And that's mission.
Ryazo out here, multiple games unanswered at this point. I don't even remember how they were sent. Oh, Serene Smile. Serene Smile is who sent them to losers in a close set, but man, ever since then has been a reigning terror, locked in trying to take this bracket.
Get ready. Get ready.
If there's one thing that Sonic has been doing, I know they have the capability to just close out a set, but when it boils down to it, they have showcased signs that they can make some very solid adjustments out of the set goes. We'll see. Ryazo has been a tough customer so far this entire night, and what's the road?
Yeah, kind of testing their endurance and willpower with this, as Ryazo, as you said, relentless with their approach, I think is the apt word to use to sum things up. But an early start here, an early hit on 9. A big difference maker to just make sure that you're not in the corner holding the cheap mix-ups.
Navigation probably going to keep it by the 5B, and yeah, it does. Nice cheeky little anti-air, but nice awareness of Sonic could realize that the orb wasn't completely out and just gets a nice punish on the 9.
Yeah, this could be a 9 losing situation here for Ryazo. Gets clipped by 5C, not enough to kill with the excellent.
Unfortunate, but that will be a good amount of damage on the Yubi. Oh no, but it dropped. But still, the chase down is looking really good, and Sonic just have momentum and just getting that one knockdown to play. Sonic.
This is what Sonic has needed. Any points of offense and really just not allowing for Ryazo to play so confidently. Whatever that ultimately culminates into is what they've needed. So this is looking solid so far, but again, that solo 9, very capable solo character, all things considered. You got to be careful.
Sonic's been hitting the brakes on the offense a little bit, just calling out the clock placement, and Sonic, I think they heard me. They didn't appreciate the fact that I said they weren't looking too great and just locking in there. Pretty solid work.
There it is. Yeah, Ryazo potentially autopiloting just a bit too much on the strings. I actually thought they were gonna do like 5B TK Scarlet Vein, but once I saw 5BB in the cancel, I'm like, I don't know if you could do that. And Sonic could definitely knew that was not an option as well. So tied up 1-1. We're playing a first 2 here, 2018 style.
Trying to really find a way in, but Sonic backing up is just really just trying to observe the situation and just trying to find an opening. But Ryazo putting up the wall that is that disjointed JA and just into the corner, going for another mixing situation, and that's it.
Absolutely stabilizing, as we see here. Won't be unblockable. That doesn't mean you won't have to hold a mix-up unless the clutch. Oh, again with the alley-oop, the self-oop, the NBA Street Volume 2.
I don't I don't think we have access to a game breaker just quite yet, but it's looking pretty solid so far for Yazo. Getting the double fist in the background, but Sonic-kun fully trying to make their way in again.
Oh, yeah, you can see that they not only wanted to open up 9, they wanted to punish Yumi for the active switch. I think that was what influenced the Ryazo push block as they're just stalling away. Yeah, really the pressure's on Sonic in order to make something happen. Ryazo has that life lead.
They're just playing back again, just setting up those walls for Sonic to just be like, hey, there's a little gap you can make your way in, but I'm going to be ready with the mark. Up to solo heart, not looking too good, but level 3 resonance. Not quite the basket breaking game breaker that they need to make something happen, but just looking too good right now. That should be curves, and Miyazo should be up 2 games.
That is correctamundo. Ryazo overcomes the reset overcomes the initial set 2 games up in the reset in the Shin Grand Finals. And Sonic-kun fighting for their life at this point, needs 2 games straight over what's looked like a very dominant Ryazo thus far.
Get ready.
And especially in that game and the game that Sonic-kun won, there are some times of just showcasing adjustment just to see kind of gaps they can navigate around a lot of the space control. We'll see what Sonic-kun does because this is their last chance to make something.
Oof, yeah, was just trying to play things safe, the orbs, the lasers, and the S-calls, but gets clipped by the 2A. Not a full unblockable, commits to DP. You won't be in the corner, but this is still unburstable damage, buddy. Or maybe you'll be in the other corner. You know?
Why just maintaining it, getting the plus frames after it blocked DP. It's still not looking good, and yeah, that was probably the best time to just get out of this.
Oh my god. 9-6P. The neutral is mine. Back to the corner we go. Good luck. JC? No, 2C, but cross combo activation is not over yet.
Oh my god, SDP sucks! Unfortunately, there's no meter, cross gauge meter to switch out, but just Yazo in Sonic-kun's head going to lose a heart instead of the S, and off to solo as going level 2 Reds is not looking great at all.
That might be the SDP moment of all time, and that may be a tournament losing situation here. The JA clips, and that should be it. Ryazo, going to be your WNF Online Edition BBTAG episode 32 champion, was on a mission when they learned about the situation at hand, and once the crown, able to snatch it away. Dominant showing, again, just as the tournament was going on, they were looking stronger and stronger, and they really just culminated into that phenomenal work.
Excellent work, again, to round the top 3 tonight. Yazo in first, Sonic-kun in second. Who's winning third? Really excellent showing, you know, I'd say it's not super often that we break 20 entrants tonight, but it was in support of us in these final moments for W. Very much appreciated, and we've broken the streak and crowned a champion. Very dominant player nonetheless. Very good stuff tonight for everyone that showed up.
Indeed, indeed. And, you know, as for me, I'm thankful that y'all had me on the mic here. And yeah, I wasn't here for the initial announcement as it relates to WNF coming to a close at the bottom of